Hey, man. Hey,
Abramo.
Hey,
how's it going?
Okay, listen. Are you listening?
I am listening.
Okay. Are you sure?
Hold on.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
I'm sure.
I almost didn't believe you for like a second there. Okay. Listen, so I was told that the spaceship is now working now, cuz I asked somebody if it was working and they told me yeah. But I did fix it. But I also asked somebody if it was working. Yeah.
Wait. Okay. Back up.
Yeah.
I thought Justin. I'd asked Justin to fix the spaceship because it had been down for a while.
He told me to fix it, and so I did. And then I asked him if it was fixed, and he said probably. And so here I am, to tell you that is good. So what I did was there was a lot of goo in it. I don't know if you knew that. So
no, I didn't.
Yeah, there was a lot of goo in it, and so I got some stuff that's called Goo Gone, and I sprayed it all over it, and now the goo is gone. So that's good.
Just like the label says.
Yeah, it's
truth in marketing.
It's very good. I used a lot of wrenches.
Okay, you usually you probably want to use those.
There was a lot of things that needed a wrench. Have you ever used a wrench before?
Like once. I'm not too handy.
Yeah, I've used them this time. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So there was a lot of screws. I found 5 of them, and here they are. I will give them to you now. Here.
Oh.
I found these.
Okay, that's a little disconcerting, but okay.
If you find where they go, just put them back, okay?
All right, Abramo.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so I think it works now. But here's also this bottle of Goo Gone. That if you find any more goo, you can spray it on the goo, and it will be gone.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Hey, what? Abramo?
Yeah, no.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I thought you were going to accuse me of having a knife on me. So that's refreshing. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go take a nap because I'm gonna walk somewhere later.
Okay.
Yeah. Where do you think I should walk to?
Tallahassee.
No, that's too far, man. No.
You walked to Michigan during the break.
Yeah, but I don't feel like it right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just go where the winds take you, I guess.
Oh. It sounds like a Kansas song, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Goodbye.
Bye, Abramo. Well, I'm sure that won't have repercussions later. I guess we'll start the show.
Live from beautiful downtown Bastrop, Texas, it's time for the Stage Select, starring Julian Titus and Justin Ham.
What could this possibly be? Seems a lot like a podcast. Wonder what specifically. Talking about video games. With your hosts, you're in good hands. Not more of the same. Now we'll jump right in. So expect the unexpected and more. Now we'll get grooving. Never know who's gonna walk through the door. There just might be some treasure in this chest. Having fun with a special guest. Time for Stage Select.
With special guest, Mike Valek. And here are your hosts, Julian Titus and Justin Ham.
Okay, do the welcome.
I think I'm about to.
Julian,
welcome, one and all, to the Stage Select. I'm Julian Titus.
I'm Justin Ham. Hi. I don't have a bit, but Mike's here, so he has a bit. Let's put all the pressure on Mike.
Absolutely. Bombaclot, Rastafari. How is everyone?
That's good. Ross Trevor here today. The Lonely Island reference. You're all welcome.
Which one's Lonely Island? Is that the comedy one?
That was the comedy one with Andy Samberg.
Okay. If I'm only embarrassed if I don't understand the like normal reference one, you know.
Yeah.
But a comedy one is fine.
Yeah.
Should we be concerned that I don't see waveforms on the Zencaster?
No, because I see them on yours or on mine.
You're looking fine on my end.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does. Zencaster does weird
it does
stuff
some
sometimes.
Weird, yeah, it can be a little weird sometimes, which is why we record, our local stuff. Because
I just look so hot on my local that I really, really, really want to see those. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. It doesn't matter.
Good.
Anyway, Bombaclot
Good.
Rastafari, how are you?
Hot Mike Phallics in your area.
Yeah.
I was in a part of Ohio and I saw like the most obvious, I forget where I was, what town in Ohio. I wish I could remember because someone definitely will hear it. And like the most obvious jerk off parlor. I like from a cartoon. I have never seen anything like this in my life.
Great.
You see many jerk off parlors in cartoons there, Mike?
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Apparently.
Like it was like a parody of real life, not like massage, come relax, and then it was basically called like Squirt and Sleep Massage Parlor or something.
It was like, good name, really.
It was like that obvious that it was like, this is where you go to get illegal prostitution next to the fucking Carl's Jr. Enjoy.
Yeah, well, that's where else are you going to put it?
Yeah. What is our Checkers? What do we have in Ohio? I can't keep track of
we have rallies.
This is our culture. This is our culture, is remembering what the fucking fast food chains are named in your little region of the United States.
Rallies and Checkers are the same thing.
Rallies and Checkers, people know that.
Yeah, it's hard, but y'all have Hardee's up in that
we
neck
have
of the woods
Hardee's,
still,
we don't
right?
have Carl's Jr.
Do you hear that like other countries are like, what are you doing for the May Festival? And you're like, once you get to Iowa, it's Hardee's. And then you go down there, it's Carl's. This is so dumb. Anyway, the jerk off parlor was there.
Yep.
You can get a Subway sandwich from Hardee's, and
they don't have that.
Man,
there.
I wish I remembered the name of the town.
It's probably unimportant. What around what direction was it in?
America,
like from you? Was it like south
I don't
of you?
know.
I mean, everything south of you.
I had basically last year when there was all those power outages.
Okay.
Our power's out for a long time.
Okay, so this was last year.
Yeah, I went dated somewhere. Story. I think it's got to be west from me. Everyone get out your compasses and figure out where the jerk off parlor is west from me. Was it towards where I live? No, away from where.
Okay, then that's the other way. That's east. You went east.
Okay.
Was it towards Youngstown?
Yeah, it might have been around or Steubenville, where I'm from.
You slander the good name of horrible Youngstown by saying they're going to get a can factory there yet. Should we talk super local Ohio news? Do you know that like Youngstown is going to get like a can factory? It's all I ever hear about.
That's good. Good for Youngstown.
They're going, a guy from Youngstown, Ohio, left Youngstown and became a big city boy. And
of course he did.
He's creating a soda can company that like self ices itself.
Okay. Now I'm looking this up.
Yes, and they've been and every time I drive past this shithole, there's always a sign me like home of the icy can coming soon.
Chill can plant.
Chill can.
I'm literally here in Texas because of the steel mill closing down in West Virginia that everybody in Steubenville worked at.
Hold on,
including both of my parents.
Way to bring it down. Just talking about the icy can.
So this says this didn't happen.
Well, the signs in the building. Hold on.
Now it's apparently okay. we're okay. This is February 18th, 2025. If it'll load up here, if it decides to. Come on, WKBN local news. We can do this.
That's their
Auction.
That's their slogan.
You have to accept all cookies.
So I
Justin.
don't think it did happen. What happened is, okay, I'll read. This is, the Google what first comes up. Unfortunately, it's the AI thing. But the Youngstown chill can plant was a planned facility for manufacturing self-chilling beverage cans that never came to fruition despite construction beginning in 2016. The project
2016.
Yes, the project ultimately ended in a lawsuit with the city of Youngstown suing developer MJ Joseph Development for failing to meet contract promises. The city now owns the land and buildings after a legal battle, which began with the intention of creating 237 jobs, but resulted in an empty, vandalized site.
As is the tradition of Youngstown.
As is tradition of Youngstown. So apparently,
now, luckily, ending in a vandalized site, just like the rest of Youngstown.
Now, in 2018, February or 2025. I'm sorry, February 18th, 2025. This most recent story, the city basically put in a bid to buy it. It's apparently worth 2.6 million. Like the whole site that it was being built
factory they built.
Yeah, but the winning bid to get it was like half of that. So
of land they already owned, is ridiculous.
They were the only people that bid on it. It was 1.3 million. They put it up for auction and then they bid on it themselves. So they bought it for half price.
So they can put nothing
nobody else
on.
showed up.
But there's got to be some company that would be interested in getting some sort of plant in that neck of the woods, considering uncertainties with terrorists and whatnot these days. But anyway.
There's a whole pro Republica. I don't know what the hell that is. Story about this. Like they did a deep dive. Why a struggling Rust Belt city pinned its revival on a self-chilling beverage can? Yeah, this is the whole thing.
I mean, come on, Julie. Do you not hear the first premise? It's something out of The Simpsons. Nobody wants to be there. It took someone making a fake Jetsons product to get them to do anything, and they left. They didn't.
Well, but I'm saying now, like if there's already like an existing site and things are as in upheaval as the way they are, like for example, when Trump was in office the last time around, and he was doing all of his trade embargo shit and stuff, a bunch of Chinese companies built a bunch of manufacturing plants in Mexico, and they the way I heard it is that those have brought a lot of jobs to this area of Mexico, and it's starting to build up. And I was like, it would be the funniest fucking thing if because of Donald Trump, Mexico became a legit competitor of the United States as far as
everyone's a competitor.
Economics.
Everyone's a competitor. There's guys that have their own country technically, on the edge of Turkey that are competitors with us now. Everyone's a competitor. It doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying that it'd be funny if
Youngstown,
Mexico became super prosperous because of stuff that Trump had done.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if an American president created prosperity? Wouldn't it be hilarious? That would be hilarious. I hate all of this. The point is, Youngstown used to be run by the mafia, and that's the only reason people know it.
That is true.
It's pretty cool.
That is true.
I thought about doing a story about it, just setting a story there. Youngstown.
You should just move to Youngstown.
Nothing sounds worse. I go to Youngstown frequently. Nothing could be more torturous than never being able to leave there.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Now, I do like the what is it? The Borderlands Mall, and it's not. What's it called? Boardman Mall.
I've never been to that. Yeah.
Well, we are going. Everybody's going to the Canfield Fair.
The Canfield
Everybody's
Fair?
going to the Canfield Fair.
Is that a commercial?
No, I made it up right now.
Oh, that's
Do you want to go?
No.
We're thinking of going.
I legit thought that was a local commercial, so I was
going
excited.
To the Canfield Fair.
It should be.
Do you want to go? I'm thinking of going. We're thinking of stopping by the Akron Fair and the Canfield Fair. Everybody's going to the Canfield Fair.
No, I don't. Ohio fairs are terrible. If you've never been to one, they're all awful.
I like French fries and I like kettle corn. I basically am 90% kettle corn. So
yeah, they're terrible.
That's the whole thing.
There was the Apple Festival when I was a little kid that I remember really
Every
enjoying.
town in Ohio, every rinky-dink piece of shit town in Ohio has their own fucking little festival. I don't mean to insult your hometown, Julian, but like all the weird outside.
Hold on. The new Garrison Killer. Every rinky-dink shithole town in Ohio has a festival.
Like, okay, in the surrounding area to me, there's like every little town has their own little thing where it's just like one has the Melon Festival.
No, they don't.
Yes, there's a legit fucking Melon Festival. Why would I make
The
that
Melon
up?
Festival sounds like something Don Rickles says.
Yeah, no, Melon Festival. There's the River Festival. There's what's it?
Wait.
Yeah.
The River Festival, is it about multiple rivers? How many rivers are there in Ohio?
Just one. There's one river there.
The Ohio River?
That's enough. It's not even that one. It's not even a major river.
It's just like upstream.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
It's barely it's there, but it's the River Festival. Don't question it. There was what's the one in I'm not going to say the name of the town. The one Thomas Edison was born in or whatever.
Was born in?
Oh. Yeah, there was that's not the Watermelon Festival. That's, or is it the, oh fuck, I'm getting them all confused now. And point is, there is like an Apple Festival somewhere.
Yeah.
They all have their own little festivals. It's hilarious. It's adorable. I love it. Like, it's,
well, you know,
it's great.
Justin, Ohio towns have their weird festivals, and Japan has their weird mascots. It's just, you know, depending on where you go, you get different flavors.
Here's the thing, though, that I've learned about white people. I've learned several things about white people since going.
Who hasn't learned several things about white people?
Here's what I've learned. I've learned number one, when white people say they got food poisoning, you just mean diarrhea.
Yeah.
Like, that's not food. That's just diarrhea. Everybody gets diarrhea, but that's food poisoning.
No, when I say that, I mean I am violently ill and vomiting. That's
how I
food poisoning.
Well, then
to
you
me.
may be on the other. Here's what that's one of the things I've learned. And then the other thing I've learned is that it doesn't matter what you call anything that white people do. Call it you could call it the tiger made out of butter festival. It will still be the same 6 things there. Like, white people know the following things: Yard House, a French fry stand, an Italian sausage stand, and like bad overpriced cupcakes. That is like
funnel cake.
Funnel cake too, but I figured that was too much of a callback for the show.
Okay.
I didn't want to steal your bit.
Okay,
I had to think of other things.
Everybody hold on. I've found a list of Ohio festivals.
Oh yeah, this is the show.
We have
now.
the Sweet Corn Festival.
This is the show. Sweet Corn Festival, never been.
Yep. There's a bunch that are kind of, there's the Akron Pizza Fest, which I don't know, that's just kind of a
wait. I've heard of the Akron Pizza Fest because it's one of those that what?
We can't go on about Ohio.
Let's do half of them
again.
We're just doing half of them. Keep going.
We can. I can go on about Ohio
I have
pizza.
pizza news from across the pond.
Yeah.
So there's a significant. Julian, when do you want to do the pizza segment?
I would say our Ohio pizza segment last time was ended on abruptly, and ended with Mike naming a bunch of chain restaurants as Ohio pizza, which was pointed out afterwards.
Punch the whole Discord in the face.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
John Gholson, expert in Ohio pizza, apparently never chimed in on anything.
Now he is right though. Those are chains.
Yes, but we're talking about the ilk of pizza here. We're trying to have a shorthand here. It's what am I going to name? Like, Johnny Pirelli's crap.
Wait, fuck you. There's never any fucking shorthand when you're on this podcast.
Apparently it is, because the pizza segment has spilled over into another 3-hour episode. Like, imagine how long it would have been if I had pulled out my phone and looked at Grubhub to see where we got stuff from.
Okay, the Melon Festival was the one that I was thinking about. That was in the town that Thomas Edison, the inventor man, that stole a bunch of his shit.
Inventor man.
Yeah. There's a reggae fest.
Bomba Clot, Rastafari.
There's a cotton candy festival.
Shut up. No, there's not. Let's go.
Yeah, there is.
I love cotton candy more than anything in the
Ohio.
world. Oh, I have to go. There won't be, my point is there won't be cotton candy there. There will be one guy with cotton candy, and then it will be the same food trucks that are at every single one of these events.
Okay, I'm really intrigued by this, and I need to click the link. So hold on. Hold on. That wasn't it.
Julian, producers note, I do have pizza news. So like do you want to do the pizza news? I mean, I know it's a video game podcast, but
Mike, I cannot hear a thing you're saying now.
When do you want me to do the pizza news?
We'll
when
get
do
to
you
it.
want the pizza news and the pizza? There's pizza news. There's big pizza news.
There's big pizza
A lot
news.
of what I'm going to talk about is pizza. I'm letting you know. So if you're sick of pizza, let's do it now.
I'm just saying, if you're going to talk about anything, fucking talk, because I can barely hear you.
What I'm saying is, we're going to talk about the pizza. When do you want to talk about the pizza?
I want to talk about the Maze Valley Winery Sunflower Festival too.
Hell yeah. Have you seen that
It
weird
has a
scam
number.
where they pretend to plant sunflowers every year for charity?
I have not seen that.
Oh,
but I believe
that's
it.
a thing around Cleveland.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
It's like sunflowers for hope, and you go there and it's like dirt for nothing.
What is the Nowhere Else Festival? What does that mean? Like you're just stuck there for life?
It means you live in fucking Ohio.
Yeah. I like how I clicked on it and it was like, no, we can't find the URL you're looking for. Go.
You'll know. You're in this town. You've got
Yeah.
nothing to do. There's no one to date.
How many towns have a Riverfest? This is insane. There's a Cincinnati one. Obviously, it's on the Ohio River. Zanesville has a fucking.
Do you think it's like
Riverfest.
one of those festivals where it's bullshit, where it's like, it's actually just kind of, because there's a few of those in Ohio where it's like, it's actually just several shitty things that you drive to.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, there's one shitty thing in this town, but we're a part of the River Festival.
Yeah. No, I think it's like they have a river and they're just like, well, that's the name of our festival.
As opposed to the
That's
Nowhere
it.
Else Festival.
Yeah.
As opposed
which
to the
is my favorite.
your car's gas tank isn't big enough to get out of this town festival.
There's a festival apparently that's just called Thunder on the Strip. And I don't know
think
what that is.
was the name of the jerk off part.
It might be, yeah. Marion Popcorn Festival. That sounds okay.
Justin, we've got to find funnier ones to continue the bit.
Okay, well, I think we're not. I was looking for the Saint Susanna Family Festival. That's not
my
really
favorite.
funny. Yeah,
Is that it's going to be something like moving and powerful.
yeah. Copley Fire and Rescue Association Food Truck Festival.
Huh?
Yeah, that's the whole name. The Hot Licks Blues Fest. All
Okay,
right.
I know where the Hot Licks Blues Fest is. It's because it's like a barbecue festival too.
Right, there you go.
Yeah. I've wanted to
A lot
go to
of
that.
Pioneer Days, which that just okay. Hold on, stop everything. Wolf Stock.
Weird.
Oh, well, that's the one.
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
Can I address Wolfstock for a second?
Go ahead.
First of all, I actually know what Wolfstock is,
Okay, what is it?
but no, I'm going to go with a bit for a second. I want to address friend of the show, Addie XD, and her comment about saying I'm the type of person who would fuck Pokemon. Like, obviously, I put my animation on Newgrounds. Like, obviously, I'm no stranger to weird porn.
Okay.
The point about Pokemon, which is why you got to drop that audio in here, is that they're pets. That's why it's fucking weird. Digimon are more appropriate to fuck. Digimon are fully sentient, fuckable creatures who, like, many of which are just like humans. It's not appropriate to have sex with a Pokemon. That's why it's fucking weird.
That's what 60 was coming at it from.
Yes, this is why the balance.
What audio do you want me to drop? There's no audio
the
to drop.
entire
Yeah.
episode of Justin's podcast where I talked about it.
That's a little much.
That's a little much. That's the line.
There's the Paw Paw Festival.
So these are idiotic festivals, like usually around other holidays in order to ruin a holiday weekend where it's like, bring your shitty dog out.
What's the Akron Pug Fest?
These are all the same type
It's
of
in the
festival.
name,
It's just a
Justin.
collection of people and their dogs ruining the park and shitting in the
Apparently,
streets.
yeah,
for
a lot
day.
of these are.
Yeah, it's all it is. And they always have it. It's always like next to a good holiday weekend where it's like a 3-day weekend
This
and
sounds
it's
too
ruined by them.
intense. In Cincinnati, there's one just called Gathering of the Guilds.
Oh, no.
Is that like a LARP festival?
No,
I don't think so.
I think that's them. I think that's the fellas.
Celebrating American craft with a modern aesthetic.
Oh, maybe that's
Oh.
fun. That's like glass blowing and stuff.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. It's got there will have 10 contemporary craft guilds, 16 juried makers. I don't know what that means. 4 merchants.
3 hummingbirds.
Only 4 merchants?
Only 4 merchants you can only buy, and 3 food vendors,
And
and
3
30
vendors.
plus demonstrations. Though they have listed how many things they're going to have. So
Hey, I like watching the glass blowing at Texas
I
Ren
mean,
Fair.
absolutely.
It's pretty
The
cool.
most
doesn't.
I have ever laughed in my life is I'm a big Breaking Bad fan, and they refer to in Breaking Bad like Balloon Fest, and it's
Okay.
referred to and it's in the background. And if you're from New Mexico, you know about Balloon Fest. But we
Okay.
were like, let's go. Like we'll go to New Mexico and we'll go to Balloon Fest just to be Breaking Bad fans. Reading the schedule of Balloon Fest, I could not stop fucking laughing because it's like, obviously it takes like 2 hours to put a hot air balloon in the air, right? So there's not that much hot air balloon for a weekend
Mhm.
festival. It's like basically like at some point there's a shitload of hot air balloons in the air. Every other thing is the antithesis of what you would want at a hot air balloon festival. There were at least 9 chainsaw bear sculpting contests.
Why
So
wouldn't there
like,
be?
well,
Yeah.
'cause, like imagine you're like, let's go see the majestic balloons in the air, and it's just, and it's like from 9 till 10 at night. Just I can't wait to see the magical loft balloons in the sky. It's like, oh, would you like to try this apple cider? Oh yeah, this is lovely. Meanwhile, there's just some guy with a propane tank lighting a hot air balloon. If I was like, all the majesty of this is completely gone. I've never laughed harder in my life. Stupid fucking Balloon Fest, but it's a massive event. There's a picture of, they used a photo of Bob Odenkirk at Balloon Fest to like set dress Saul Goodman's office.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
He's just like with a random friend of his at
See,
Balloon
this
Fest.
is what I think you should do, Mike.
Sure.
I think you should just travel to all these festivals, and
Absolutely shit on them. I would love that.
yeah,
I am sick of travel shows trying to get me to go places, honestly.
yeah. No, be the like inverse travel show of just going to these like really shitty town festivals.
I went there so you don't have to is the name of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just being like, this sucks.
Yeah, you know what
doesn't
it's
it?
called?
It's awful.
It's called
Look at it.
sweaty porta potty shit. And it's just all about how you went there to take a sweaty porta potty
Mark
shit.
down how many like of the same food vendors are in each one of them
Yeah.
too. So like, yeah, because that's usually how that is.
Yeah.
Is everybody going to the Canfield Fair?
Everybody's
Justin,
going to the
do
Canfield
you
Fair.
want to come? I am going.
No, I'm good actually. That sounds awful.
I forgot when you were talking about it the other week that you have to pay admission to these fairs,
Yeah.
which is stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You would think that would just do that for their citizens, but no.
No.
Why would we do that?
Everybody going to the Canfield
Mike
Fair?
Fallick.
Yeah, what's up?
You just recently returned from attending Edinburgh Fringe Fest, and I've been excited to get you on. We wanted to have you on before and after the festival. So now that you're back, my important question to start things off with is: did they manage to get Joshua Jackson for Edinburgh Fringe Fest?
Who's Joshua Jackson? Is that similar to Percy Jackson?
Yes.
No, he was the second lead on Fringe. Did they get Anna Torv? Like what
No,
were
it was
the
mostly
panels
Kyle
like
XY.
for the
It was
Fringe?
Kyle
Fest?
XY the early years, Kyle XY the late years, Kyle XY the canceling. This is a millennial Fringe property. I'm guessing Julian hasn't heard of.
Probably not.
No, I've heard of
Okay.
it. I just never.
It's Fringe
I never-
for millennials, for young millennials. It's Fringe before Fringe for millennials. I will
There
say
you go.
it is shocking.
Fringe came first.
Fringe came before.
Oh wait, no,
Kyle
Kyle,
XY?
no, you're right. Kyle XY was first.
Yeah, Fringe is stealing
That's like
Kyle's
early
like,
aughts.
XY's jazz.
Mhm.
It is shocking though how often, Julian, you make this joke. How often I was like yada yada yada, like looking something up for Fringe, and like Fringe, the TV show, comes up. It is the SEO of the Edinburgh Fringe is quite poor. So I have learned some stuff about Fringe. Should I watch Fringe?
I really liked Fringe. I think the last season it shits the bed, but everything up to that is like really great. It's one of my favorite sci-fi shows of the last like 20
Okay.
years.
I've heard of it, but I have no idea what it is. So
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's like it's also one of those sci-fi shows that feels lost to time because nobody ever talks about it. It's like the same way I feel about like the entire Arrowverse, where like it was popular when it was out, and then the second the last show ended, like it just disappeared from like fandom. Like you don't see people talking about it. You don't see people cosplaying as the characters anymore. I mean, those specific iterations of them. I mean, obviously they're based on other properties, so people cosplay as Green Arrow all the time, just not the Arrowverse version of Green Arrow.
One of my favorite reactions to something DC said about, any studios has said about casting was like, they were talking about that violent person that they cast as the Flash. What's that guy's name? What's their name?
Miller.
Ezra Miller. They were saying, they were the who else would we have cast as the Flash? And someone was like, literally the guy who plays the Flash.
Yeah, he was great.
Like literally the Flash you could have cast. So
he's probably a little bit too
I think
old for
the
it
joke
now,
was they
but
were the same age.
No.
Now
I wasn't talking about
to put them in it. Yeah,
I wasn't talking about Grant Gustin. What I was going to say is I think he might be a little bit too old to start a movie franchise of the character now. But Rob O'Tone, friend of the show, had always wanted Neil Patrick Harris to play Barry Allen in a movie.
Yeah, I could see that actually.
Can I say something about this whole problem with these movies and stuff like this? Like,
nope.
All right. So Fringe was fun. I do bring back pizza news. I mean, Edinburgh Fringe was incredible.
How'd it go?
It went very well. We had one screening, which is like, actually we were like, assuaged against it. It's just they wanted us to do more. You pay for your venue. So we didn't want to pay more, but they were saying it's, cheaper to do a few nights because that's how you get people, that there's like word of mouth and,
right.
It's easier to get somebody like to come if you meet them, you're talking to them. Oh, come one of these nights. What are you doing?
All you faithful.
They come, all the faithful. And, it's a big part of Christianity is coming. Jesus is coming.
Yeah, it is.
The faithful
really,
are coming.
Fair.
It's a grand old time. But, you could just say like, oh, our show's at lunch. So come and do, have this lunchtime thing.
Right.
So it's very hard to get people to go to one night screening. We got so the average, if you take everybody that's at Fringe, right? Because we were talking before this about audience things and stuff like that. If you take everybody that's at Fringe, you can't, and there was a ton of people there, but they have to go, there's a finite number of people there that are going to attend. So I believe the average is like at any given moment, if you take like the ability of people to go to the show, I saw a talk on this, an exclusive talk at the Fringe Artists Center. He was explaining at any given moment of the people in Edinburgh available to go to shows and the amount of shows, the average audience size is 8. Many people don't get 8. We went to shows with less than 8
because there's so many people and also so many things.
To see. There's only so many people and so many things to see. So our venue, however, was massive. The average venue size is like around like 30 to 50 people. That's like the average size. We had a pretty massive, because it was a movie theater. So we could have fit like a lot of people, but this was great because we could faithfully give away tickets without taking away from like sales. Cause we could just be like, okay, give us like half the tickets. Cause we're not going to get like that many people. So we had a good show. It was about 25, 30 people were there, which was pretty awesome. And it was a very cool time. It was so fun. It was people I had met at Fringe, other artists I had met at Fringe, people that we had just attracted and talked to about this whole thing. And then the magic of Fringe, some people just showed up. It was a really fun, we recorded a lot of it, but it was just such a funny fucking energy. Everybody there got it. Everybody there got the whole thing. It was incredible. The screening was incredible.
Good. Yeah, man. I noticed that because you would put the documentary up on your YouTube channel like ahead of it,
right before it.
And I saw, once you told me you were back, I was like, oh, let me go check out the YouTube page, and I noticed that like you got quite a bit more views on it, like after the festival, which is good because I said it on the show, but now that we're here, phenomenal job, Mike.
Oh, thank you.
Excellent doc. Cannot praise it enough.
going.
It's fantastic.
Tell me more about what you liked about my little movie.
I thought it was like extremely informative, but also still very funny, knowingly funny, right? And I know, last time you were on, you said that like the tagline was, it's a documentary about lawns. No, really. But even so, I kind of liked how there's a little bit, I like some self-deprecating humor, and there's a little bit of that in there.
Yeah.
But I was also just like really impressed with like just like the overall artistry of it. Like it's just like a really nicely shot, nicely put together film, and I plan on watching it again.
My favorite parts of it are, a lot of times I am not a fan of. I don't understand. There's something I don't really understand about like filmmakers in general, where they'll want to make really Hollywoodish choices for their non-Hollywood films, and I always tell people like, you don't have to do that. But a lot of times, like, in other words, you're not in Hollywood, so your film can be whatever you want. It's not there's this myth on the internet and in the world that like, if you make it look like theirs, like it'll attract people. No, it won't. There's plenty of movies you will never hear of that look identical to Hollywood movies. They go in the trash.
Oh God. Yeah.
And so for me, I think the artistry over the years has been demonstrating to people that I know what I'm doing, that I'm a real filmmaker, so that I can make those choices. And it's a balancing act of like, I'm making a choice that I think is aesthetically beautiful that a regular Hollywood, like there's one shot in it of, we're showing the buffalo, because I shot buffalo to talk about grass. I went, and this was a dream of mine to see buffalo in the winter. And so we worked it into the film, because it does make sense that like basically natural lawns, lawns were being managed already by the native populations, because the natural grass was growing and the buffalo would go over it. This is a cultivated environment to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to show the buffalo. And there's one shot with the buffalo where I kept in this part that I kind of like zipped away. And like, it's not like a office style, like blur zoom kind of thing. It's like, it just looked nice. This little sort of check mark I did with the camera while turning it off. You have to have a ton of really well-made film to keep that in, or else then people are like, oh, what happened there? And people are idiots about film. Film is a language. You should assume the filmmaker did everything on purpose, but people don't. And I think that that's the biggest accomplishment of the film, is that it is, like you said on the other episode, like something you would see on Netflix. But I managed to get some stuff in there that was like more our style, because you basically have to, it's like making a suit. You have to kind of like do everything right and then add some little flair so that people know you have your own style. But I think it's a fucking phenomenal film. I think we made some points about lawns that have never been made before. Nobody had made obviously other people have made documentaries about lawns. Nobody had made this one. We watched the Penn and Teller episode right before we shot everything to make sure that we didn't steal anything from Penn and Teller. But theirs was very much old school stuff. People don't know this. Old journalism, and this is what ruined America, to be honest, had this idea that you should show both sides. But you don't do that when there's like hate speech involved. So when you're doing something about like lawns, like Penn and Teller did, it's okay to show both sides and kind of make fun of both sides, because that was considered proper journalism of the time. It is not anymore. And so they'll platform people that are, you don't say both sides are an issue. Like, this is both sides of an issue. Well, I think that we should have free water fountains in the park. The other side of the issue is, well, does that upkeep actually help people? And are the water fountains more dirty than they are worth? Right? That's two sides of a real issue. Here's not two sides of an issue. I think people, whether they're a woman or gay or black, should have the same rights. Well, no, I think we should go back to slavery. That's not two sides of an issue. That's a normal person and a cuckoo. That's nothingness. So, but that type of journalism has resulted, that fair journalism, that era of that, has resulted in some huge fuck ups on Fox News and all stuff. But then smaller issues like ours have also become like, well, let's hear everyone's side of the story with, whatever thing it is. And it's, of course, not. It's objective that lawns are bad. It's we're beyond any sort of like, well, everybody's got their own thing. So nobody had made this film. Nobody had dug so deep into the idea of like, people feel pressure from it. And going to the UK, it doesn't exist. First of all, their gas prices are out of control. Like, they are so high. They could not afford to run their lawnmowers every week. someone pointed out to us when we were there, the grass in America feels wrong. And I thought they were full of shit at first, but it is true. Like their grass is like softer because they're not maniacs about it. So like when you go and you stand on grass, it's like nice because it's not overmown or overgrown. You know, it's just normal grass. It feels nice. No one believed me about these laws where you can call your city and get a ticket.
Oh yeah.
You know, no one believed me. They thought I was making it up. And it's wild to also see like people being like, oh yeah, I would love to be able to report my neighbor's lawn because they don't feel the social pressure of it.
Yeah.
I think the campaign we're going to start running is tell your dad he sucks. Because my entire point is like, I made this very powerful tweet that Chuck reposted, everybody reposted, that we didn't just make a movie about an inane subject. I made an inane movie about like a bigger thing. Is like, do you think Americans are going to change their lawns if you're an American listening right now? And if your answer is yes, I think that will happen, you're out of your fucking mind. Yeah. So how do you think anything else is going to change? You have people saying they don't want politics in games. Idiotic, dumb, a dumb thing to say. How do you think that anything's going to change if no one addresses anything? And I was on a podcast recently when I was there because it was like, you know, they were doing it during Fringe.
Right.
Not that I didn't think of you guys first, but this was like part of the fringiness. And you know, I said, modern satire doesn't work on Americans. It doesn't work. There's name a time where that has actually swayed someone on an issue, and we need to go for lower targets. We need to. The problem is we don't have an in. You know, you think about the world of like indie games and stuff like that, like going for small little stories. That stuff moves people powerfully, and that's what I think we've done here. Is that like we're going for an issue that is not going to change, and it will illustrate how fucked Americans are, because they're not going to change their lawns. But I love the movie. I think it came out amazingly. It is free on YouTube, and everyone should go watch it and tell someone about it. And tell your dad they suck. Thanksgiving is coming up. You're not going to be able to talk to them about how humans have equal rights because of where they put their peepees and vaginas. So instead, try to get them to mow their lawn, I don't know, once a month, which is all you ever have to mow it. So give that a try. Try to get them to plant some flowers. I know, absurd.
I was going to say nobody's going to do that. Yeah.
Nobody's going to do that.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to do that. So what?
I always wanted just rocks.
Rocks are great. Why don't you do it?
Yeah, especially around here in fucking Texas.
Yeah.
I don't understand why the manicured lawn is still like the thing, because like as you get out into like Arizona and stuff like that, like the actual like kind of desert areas, you know, they don't fuck with that as much, right? Like I'm sure there are some places that have like just the ridiculous manicured lawns, but like a lot of it's like, no, this is just kind of more of what is local to the area, and this is just what it looks like. And I wish that that's how it was around these parts, but it ain't that way around these parts.
One professor said to me, he was like, well, this would be interesting if because you're doing it from where we are now in Ohio and the Northeast. Like, what if you did it in Arizona? I mean, I bet it's not as big of a thing. And the point I made was, yeah, but it is still a thing there where it should be impossible. It should be impossible. And they managed to do it. The watering, you should watch the movie to figure out, like Julian said, like that we need to change everything. The sound pollution is where I am convinced it is driving this country crazy, because it is quieter in the UK. It just is quieter.
Oh, I believe that. Yeah.
You don't have these things. And the fact is, we talked about it at the screening. I was reached out to by everyone in every major city. Not everyone. Yeah. All of New York called me. Someone from every major city in my little network said, yeah, we got leaf blowers here, you know? And that was astonishing to people to hear. No, there's leaf blowers. Of course there's leaf blowers in New York City. Of course.
Right.
Why wouldn't you hear leaf blowers in a city, in the biggest urban center in the world? Well, of course they have to blow leaves around. I mean, it's mind numbing. Arizona, the only fact in the movie, I don't know if you caught this, is like people will water their grass when it's too hot in these desert areas, and then they'll start fires.
Yeah, I that was fascinating to me because like I had heard, like around here, it's like it's pointless to water like after like 10 in the morning or whatever,
Right.
because it's just going to dry up immediately and it's actually going to like make the grass worse. But I didn't realize that it could go that far.
Yeah, I don't know if in
Right.
Texas it will.
No, probably not here,
Yeah.
but
The other fascinating cut from the movie while we're talking about the movie itself was there's a weird theme of terraforming, which is like changing. And like there's a lot of swamps in America that are just turned into cities, which was fascinating to me. Houston was a swamp. DC was a swamp. Where we shot the buffalo, Kankakee Sands, where they're trying to bring back the prairie, used to be a lake. And then the military dried the lake. And now they're trying to turn it into grass. So there's a whole weird, horrible history of people trying to do stuff that they don't want to do, fixing it. And go watch the film, The Lawn Con. It's on YouTube. Edinburgh was amazing.
Yes.
There's nothing like Edinburgh. I want to go. I'm moving to Scotland just to be near Edinburgh. I seriously am. I filmed an animated thing while I was there that'll be coming out soon. I met incredible people. People are actually interested in art. Americans and their art culture are absolutely fucked the way we think about stuff. Like, honestly, it opened my eyes to all of the scams in every person's industry that, like, even stuff I wasn't a part of. Learning about how people do it differently in the UK was just showing how we are a culture of so many people that are so talented, that are so exclusionary and don't work together and don't want to be professionals and don't try to move towards professionalism. And it's not just in our heads. It's the real thing. It is the real thing. People are different in other countries. There's something wrong with our entertainment system as well. It was really a productive time just going and meeting people. It was there's no festival like Edinburgh Fringe anywhere else in the world, in my opinion.
did the accents make you go brrr?
I'm pretty good with accents. I'll tell you the funny accent story. I watch a lot of UK TV, so I don't want people to think, oh, he's worldly, he must know people. I just watch a lot of TV, so like, but it was nice to see someone with an accent so Scottish. Another Scottish person was like, what the fuck are you saying? That was gratifying for people who were having trouble over there, because there was a guy at a bar and he was like, he's talking about it, he goes, I don't like it here. And they're like, eh? He's like, I really like it here. And they were like, where do you like it? Here? And like, here. You're like, oh, here. So that was great to hear someone just so too Scottish to live. That was funny.
I love that.
The Scottish accent is one of my favorites.
I just want Scotland to adopt that as their official catchphrase now.
Too Scottish to live.
And print t-shirts and stuff like that. I would buy a t-shirt that just said "Too Scottish to live." I'm not even Scottish, but I'm into it.
Here's the podcast I want to start. I literally want to move to Edinburgh for part of the year. What do you think of this name? An American Werewolf in Scotland. That's the name of the podcast. What about this? An Ohio Werewolf in Scotland.
I don't know. Does it have to be a werewolf?
Well, the movie was an American.
I know the movie.
Well, how far afield from the parody can we get if it's an American platypus in an
American
area?
furry in Scotland?
Yeah. Okay. Now we're getting closer. Okay.
Yeah.
But the problem there is that you will get a lot of interest in the show and then angry comments but this isn't what I signed up for.
I'll let you know.
That's the best part.
You know how entertainment works. If there's interest, that's the direction we go. If we make an American furry in Scotland and that's what people want to see, welcome to the show, baby.
Yep.
Change to what the audience wants. That's how you get those Patreon dollars.
Mike, I need you to report to me on the Scotch egg situation.
I did get a Scotch egg. Okay. So, We did not go to Edinburgh Castle because you have to like book it in advance. And honestly, so we had like one day to be like tourists.
Sure.
And for the beginning part of the trip, we couldn't get a hotel in Scotland, in Edinburgh. So it made sense to kind of live outside of Edinburgh and like pay slightly more than the hotel cost and have a car so that we could get around and get stuff and get ready for the show. So we went one day, we went to a castle. I don't remember the name of the castle. At some point, Mary of the Scots lived there, like vacationed there. I think she lived there when she was little. And there was a pub in town that had food, and I got a Scotch egg. I love Scotch eggs.
Yeah.
It was incredible. I will say we split it because we got other food.
They're pretty big.
They're hefty. Justin, he's talked about a Scotch egg a few times on the show. Do you know what it is?
No, actually I don't.
It's a soft-boiled egg covered in sausage and then deep fried.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that doesn't sound bad.
Yeah. It's a good time, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
So,
it sounds like a lot. Yeah.
I thought the food was incredible in Scotland. I thought all the food was incredible. Even like stupid, boring food. Like, I'm just sick of America going to fucking BJ's or what's the all these like, Applebee's and pretending like this is worth the money you pay there. Even just basic food like that was done better. Like fair food you guys were talking about the other week. Like at Fringe, there's like this fair food. It was better than most of the fair food that you get in America. Like they're doing there is something wrong with like all of my feelings about hating everything about America. The thing that I said about Scotland when I was there is like, I don't have like rose colored glasses on thinking this is great. I want the same shittiness that I expect from my country. It's not even I just want normal shittiness, and they're achieving it in Scotland. Right. They're achieving stasis, and that's all I'm fucking asking for. And we can't do it here. We don't make good chicken fingers. Scotland had better chicken fingers. I'm sorry. It was crazy that the food across the board was better. Reporting on the food, though, I have had the best food I've ever had in my life in Scotland. It was called Pepe's Chicken. Have you ever heard of Pepe's Chicken?
No.
They serve piri-piri chicken, which is a type of food people have heard of.
Okay.
It's just chicken with a shitload of spices on it. But my God, it was so good. And my God, Pepe's Chicken. Look it up. Find it. Move to another country. Abandon this one. It's not changing. They won't even mow their lawns different. But Dad, what about the immigrants? I won't even change literally the grass outside my house. That's my analysis of America. So I'm leaving it. I don't want to be here anymore. I just think that's fair. It's other than the weed laws in England, which are in the UK, which are weird.
Are they really?
They're bizarre. So they it's like a class, whatever. It's the second class of drugs. So not like, you go to jail, but you get like some jail time. And then at some point they said like, basically like, we're not going to change the law, but like, we don't care about weed anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what do you mean? Just change the law then? It's very odd.
But what if we didn't?
Yeah. What if we just kind of like wink and go, don't worry about it, guys. We're cool.
Yeah, no, that sounds completely fair to me. Just don't do anything about it, but change.
But yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah. So it's very, other than that, and I know they passed some horrible trans law recently, but but again, still doing better than us. It's just the normal type of shitty that you have been used to of the past, not the new shitty, which is is shit. So, it was an amazing time. I really loved it. It was, so anyway, we went to a castle. I accidentally stole gold from the castle, which technically makes me a thief, which I love. That will be added to all D&D adventures from here on out, that I stole. I literally stole gold from a castle. I bought like a souvenir coin, and here's how I got away with stealing the gold. I wanted to buy this like 2-pound souvenir coin, right? Just a dumb, because I don't buy those types of things ever for myself. So I was like, I'll buy this. I bought that and an Iron Brew, which is their horrible soda that I love. Do you know about Iron Brew?
Oh, I have heard of Iron Brew from old giant bomb cast.
They sell more Iron Brew there than any other soda. It has never been close ever. Every not excluding Coke or whatever, every other soda, they fucking trounce them.
And it's like, isn't it like IRNBRU?
Yes, and if you look at the Wikipedia, which we did because we were fucking bored at one point, it's like it used to be called Iron Brew, and then like someone was like, you can't say iron because iron is a thing people need to drink, and so you got to call it something else. And then they were like, okay, just get rid of the O, and it's Iron Brew. But it tastes like a different type of cream soda. I like it. So
Okay.
So then a small child named James comes up to the guy at the castle and goes, "Oh, look, James!" And he's like, and the Scottish guy just goes, "Well, actually, what it says, we believe it's from the French, and we believe it's spelled wrong. So it does say James, but but what we actually think it should say jamais. And what it's saying is you are never alone, which sounds very interesting." Sorry, I'm losing my Scottish because I had to cough there. And he goes on and on and on about the ecclesiastic virtues of loneliness in Jesus Christ and how you're never alone without Christ or whatever. And perhaps this means that Christ is not, this kid's 8. And he's like, bro, that was my name. And that's why I said something but he continues and he forgot to ring me up. So I only paid for the Iron Brew. And I was like, literally like, you got everything? Like holding a coin in front of him. But because this man decided to explain French Jesus beliefs and how they pertain to this castle, I got a free coin. So stop explaining religion to kids. They don't care.
No, they don't. They never will.
They don't care at all.
I mean, there was a time at Game Fellas when one of my coworkers forgot to ring somebody up for a fucking PlayStation 1.
Ouch.
Oofa doofa. I mean, how?
He got it, I think there was like a trade-in involved, and there was like a lot of stuff on the receipt, and they bought like a bunch of games with it.
Don't tell me they pulled that old scam where you go, "Oh, I gave you a PS2, you only gave me a PS1 as change." See?
no, it was straight up. He just,
you should have given me
used
two PS1s for this PS3.
We used handwritten receipts, and he just forgot to write the PS1 on the receipt.
For the video game store, you used handwritten receipts?
Yeah.
What a time.
The whole time.
What a time.
That's kind of wild, actually. That is actually kind of wild.
What a time.
Yeah.
Well, you laugh, but when it came down to like holiday season, when we had lines of people, 5 or 6 people deep, like, lined up on the counter, every single employee was basically a cash register,
right?
Instead of, just the one cash point. So like we would fly through those lines in the holiday season where, at like an EB, you just be like,
stuck,
sitting there waiting.
Interesting. Yeah.
That's gone. That's gone from like the retail experiences, like the trust of the employees to like improvise.
Now the equivalent of that would be just get the little like handheld card reading thing and walk around with it or whatever and do that whole thing. If you wanted to do that, you could, but
now now you would just say just order it online. We're busy,
or that.
Just go home. I don't care. Yeah, I'm trying to think if anything video gamey happened while we were there. I did appear on a few shows, one of which was Comedians and Dragons, which was gamey. And that was a lot of fun.
Cool.
It was like a D&D, and the concept was that it was like, comedians don't know D&D when you play D&D, and the audience can screw it up, and it was a lot of fun. But I came in and I was like revealed to the audience, like, I actually know a ton about D&D. And so we're gonna do fine here. It was a really fun show. That was probably the nerdy. Oh no, that's not true. I was also on a show called Star Wars versus Star Trek, where you debated Star Wars versus Star Trek, and I represented Star Trek with Bill on that as well.
Cool.
I'm trying to think of any notable points of conversation about Star Trek. Oh, we did favorite characters. I don't know if you two have favorite Star Trek characters.
Yeah, I mean,
no. I don't.
I figured.
So obviously, I mean, you know, crew members, like some of my favorites are Picard, Geordi, season 2 or no, so season 3 and on Cisco. Once he has the goatee, that's when I like Cisco. But then like kind of ancillary characters, like I think Garrick from Deep Space Nine is like one of my all-time favorites.
No joke, I chose
fucking
Garrick.
awesome.
And it was definitely a crowd pleaser to go on stage and be like, yeah, we're going to talk about Garrick. It was a lot of fun. It was a nerdy place. There was a lot of nerdy stuff. There was a lot of like just awesome shit going on. Like it was truly like an art haven. I was disappointed to meet so many Americans. They were all mostly deeply unhelpful.
That sounds fair.
I have confirmed that everything I hate is like 60% of what I hate is down to just shitty Americans. Honestly, at this point, that's fair. I don't want to have confirmation bias for liking another country, but I mean, it was that. I will say they don't have AC, which is mostly fine if you have a fan, because it doesn't get too hot. I was learning about the ecology of it. They're worried about heat waves getting to 96 degrees. If that shows you how not hot the country is. But the weirder part about not having AC is you open your window, right? They don't have screens.
Huh.
That's strange.
It's really strange. And bugs do come in.
I would imagine they would all have screens because they're opening their windows more often than we are.
Right.
I lived in deadly fear at the place we stayed of like seagulls just coming into the apartment.
Seagulls, yeah.
There's tons of seagulls.
There is a lot of seagulls there.
They're right by the sea. Yeah. There's tons of them. They make these noises that you've never heard seagulls make before because they're actually like enough of them. Some calls that they only like, the noises are incredible. And all the horrible birds talk to each other and they take turns in shitting places and whatever. But there's so many seagulls. It's crazy.
Right.
And I was afraid of them coming in because you have to open your window if it's going to be your whole air.
Right.
But I genuinely think there's something, it has confirmed everything that I think. There's something really wrong with America. There's something really wrong. Like, I know this show is whatever talking about Americanism, being in a country that is so similar to white culture is, the home of white people, is seeing that Western culture and just seeing people even be slightly different. There's something deeply wrong going on here. There's something deeply wrong going on. It's not a thing of whatever. Something sick in this place. Like, seriously. I think if you want to talk about entertainment, I think COVID is what did it. Talking to these people about what we went through and, running, like I have a film festival and running shows during COVID, the idea that you would not do a COVID safe show, the idea that you wouldn't cancel shows, telling them about these things, telling about people trying to go to shows and things like that in America, they were aghast. Every single theater employee, every single theater worker thought that was absurd. To try to break lockdown to do shows like that. I think it broke this country and I don't think that it will recover. There's something wrong because it's not normal. It's not going there because, you go to somewhere that doesn't speak the same language. You go to somewhere, whatever, you can be like, oh, they're different. So I'm not, it's whatever. Nah, bro. Nah, there's something wrong. There's something seriously wrong.
I remember back when Street Fighter 4 was new. So this would have been around 2009, 2010. Me and my cousin David ended up connecting to like a Scottish guy. And we were playing with him and the connection wasn't great, obviously, right? Because you're talking 2010 internet combined with someone that far away. But this is back when you still generally used your voice chat when you're playing on Xbox Live because it hadn't become just awful, complete like across the board yet. And it was just so fun because he was like right about our skill level. So they were nice, like even matches. But Street Fighter 4 especially, right? When you do like a super move, you get that like pause and you never really know if it's going to connect or not I mean, obviously, if you're like way better, then you know exactly if it's going to connect. But we weren't at that level, and just like across the headset, oh fuck, like just every time, and we like he was like just so fun to play with.
Nice.
I loved it. I'm going to Fringe again. I thought it was great. We got to make something. Let's move the podcast there. Let's leave our jobs and go live there. Yeah. That's my plan for the three of us. Except for the can't feel thing.
Yeah, my dream has always been my hermitage in my old age to Alaska, but more and more I wish that I could do the hermitage in Wales or like a village in Scotland or something like that instead.
You're trying to go way up north? North to Alaska?
Yeah, just live like Obi-Wan, but in the snow instead of the desert.
Are we not gonna sing it? I thought, did everyone practice?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Mush, 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 way up north. Come on. Way up
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I did.
North,
I have no idea what this
to
reference is.
Alaska. We go north, the rush is on. Way up north. Come on, you guys not gonna sing it with me? You're gonna
I
put
don't know what
this
you're
song
talking
in,
about.
so help me God, and it's gonna drop right now, and people are gonna love it. I'm gonna send it to you
No.
after, and the edit. Don't you tell me no. You have to yes and me legally. Anyway, you want to talk about
Okay.
video games?
Yeah, let's talk about some video games. Justin,
What?
you played a video game that I would also like to talk about.
Okay, I guess we can talk about that. I played the Promise Mascot Agency, like Julian said I should.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're about to break my heart.
No, it's fine. That game's fine. It's okay.
It might be my game of the year.
Yeah, I don't like it that much. I think it's fine. I've spent a lot of time playing it and waiting for it to turn a corner. Because I was just like, wow, this is progressing a lot slower than I thought it would. And I don't know why I felt that way, but I just felt that way a lot when I was playing it.
Remind us what the game loop is of this.
You're a ex-Yakuza, I guess. Kind of, he's not really an ex-Yakuza, but kind of is. He's supposed to be dead, but he's not. You have to go to this town that's apparently cursed or something, and you have to start a mascot agency to repay this debt so that your Yakuza boss doesn't die.
And it's like a manager game?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the mascots are real. Like they're not people in suits. They're born
Yeah.
as mascots.
Hilarious.
Yeah. It's fun. It's a fun game. Don't get me wrong. The truck thing is pretty cool. I like most of that, but at the same time I felt like I don't know, I think it works if I'm not playing it for as long as I am, because I'm starting to hit that point with it now where I'm like, how long is this going to keep going for? Cuz like I'm kind of over it, and it's still going. Like it's a neat concept, but like if it was shorter or got like off the starting block a little quicker, I think maybe I could get behind it, but like it kind of gets off to a slow start, at least for me. Once I got some of the truck upgrades, that's when I was like, okay, now I can actually like do a couple things here, and that's kind of fun. But even that stuff I wasn't super into. It's not a bad game, and I'm still playing it, and I'm still having fun, and I'm gonna finish it. But yeah, I definitely the entire time I'm like, I don't think I'm having as much fun as Julian was having with this.
That was the game that it's really been like probably since 100 Line.
Yeah,
where it was I couldn't stop, and like my sessions were like 2 to 4 hours long, if not, and sometimes longer. Like and the only time that the feeling you're talking about set in was last night.
Yeah,
because Wednesday night I thought I was about to roll credits,
right,
and then it got to like past midnight. I was like, I gotta go to bed.
Right.
I was like, man, I really thought that I was almost done. And then when I played it after work Thursday, it was another 4 hours.
Yeah.
Before, because like the final act, as even though I really enjoyed it,
Yeah.
it does go really long. Like I can see you when you're at that point, you're gonna be like, fuck God.
Yeah,
I you're
don't
talking
know.
too much.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of dialogue where I'm clicking kind of fast through it. I'm not that interested in the story in this one that much. It's fine.
I found myself really enjoying like the mystery of Kasamachi as I got more into it and kind of unraveling like what's going on there. And
maybe it'll pick up here in a little bit or something.
Yeah, you might not quite be there yet. I'm not
I don't
sure.
know. They're talking about some mines and stuff like that, and they were owned by somebody, and I'm like, okay, I guess that's fine. But I don't know. I'm not finding much to grasp onto, and there's a lot of stuff. It took me longer than I would like to admit that I could not figure out like that the game actually had a larger map that I could go to. Like for whatever reason, it just didn't click with me to hit the fucking D-pad to open up a big map, and I was just driving around like, how the fuck do you find anything in this game? So I wandered for a long time, and that's kind of on me. And as soon as I found the button, I was like, oh man, I spent a lot of hours just.
I did that recently too, but how fucking good does that feel?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That you're just such a master of the area.
Oh no, I was not. That's the problem. I
had the effect where I like didn't do that, and I was like navigating around, and then I found the map, and I was like, I need you.
I kept going down streets and being like, where in the fuck is this taking me? Like, where am I going? Like, I'm trying to go towards this icon on the mini map, and I can't figure out what the hell road I'm supposed to be going down, because there's a lot of like weird little twisty things. You're supposed to like eventually you can just kind of drive straight fucking through it if you want to, which is kind of nice.
The physics of the truck are so like I mentioned last time. It's just like fuck you. It's like this sheer cliff, just boost it. You can get up there. It's fine.
Yeah, eventually you get like glide wings and all sorts of like. For a while, I was like, I still don't really like the jump on it. I think the jump feels weird sometimes, but like it's fine. It gets you out of some jams sometimes, and once I unlocked the ability to grind, I thought that was kind of fun. Like that was pretty neat. It's not, like I said, it's not an unfun game by any stretch. The writing is very cute, and it's fun for what it is, but like it doesn't really do much for me.
Oh man.
I know you were like, oh, Pinky's on my short list, and I'm like, I kind of find Pinky kind of annoying, and I just click through her dialogue all the time.
Oh fuck. Oh god. Yep. Yeah.
What I was gonna say earlier about that is like, I've been thinking a lot about game reviews recently, and like just kind of how unhelpful they are in a lot of ways. Like basically game reviews, like in their helpfulness, that's kind of like died out. Like what's kind of become more helpful is just like getting a vibe of enjoying game reviews. Do you know what I mean? Like the actual era of like, I think about like PC Gamer when I was a kid, and like all those like a focus on like actually helping you with something, like understanding like these games in this like really technical way, like deeply technical way. And like story-based reviews being like a different novel part of those reviews. But like, anyway, the point is, I've been thinking a lot about that, being like, what was good about those days of reviews. But like, I don't like how many more reviews there are nowadays, and like the metrics are ridiculous. Even the term 80-hour game, right? Like that's bandied about. I don't really know what 80 hours of gameplay is like. I don't really know what anyone means by that. Like, and I don't know why, like, all right, dialogue, for example. There's so many games like this where you love like the loop, whatever it is, of like the gameplay, but you feel like you're rushing through it to get to the story. It's like, I don't know why word count is not included in every single video game. Because if I see 80 hours and it's like, you know, Tony Hawk, right? Like that's 80 hours of doing skateboard tricks. But if it's 80 hours and it's Earthbound, or it's 80 hours and it's Final Fantasy, like that's a different 80 hours because there's a fucking word count. Like I don't know why word counts are not included. Like page count. Tell me how like long the actual dialogue is. That would make my life so much easier. You know?
I mean, there are times where you hear that simply because if it's a game that has like a significantly larger word count than your average game. So like that was a big thing about the 100 line this year was I forget what ungodly amount of words are in it, but it's insane.
Probably a
and
lot,
then
yeah.
all of the Trails games, the like Trails of the Sky remake I'm going to talk about a little bit later. Every time that you hear somebody talking about one of those games, invariably the talk of the localization comes into play because those games are notoriously hard to localize because every single NPC in the game has multiple bits of dialogue for every change to the world state. So you go into town in the morning and they all have something to say, and then you complete a quest and all of their dialogue changes, and then it gets to the evening and all of their dialogue changes. So it's like significantly more potential dialogue than your average game, although it's also skippable if you're not necessarily into that stuff. I am, so that's why like Trails of Cold Steel, the first one that I played, I spent like over 100 hours in it because I kept talking to everybody.
But a game like what you guys are playing is like you're doing a mission and then someone's talking to you, right?
No,
you're finding dialogue.
This one isn't mission based at all.
But I'm saying, are you seeking out people to talk to? Like
you have to talk to people.
Yeah.
Like there is dialogue. People have things to say.
Right. But
it's more visual novel.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But
it kind of reminds me of Persona a lot of it.
Okay, yeah. So it's like, is
like a social link in Persona. That's kind of what it feels like sometimes.
So like a social link, or like how you can walk around and talk to people in Persona.
No, more like I don't know, just style wise, just the way they frame everything reminds me of Persona.
My point is, in a game where it is like linear style, do something, then there's a scene that tells you information. Word count would give me such a good grasp of how long the fucking shit is.
This one isn't so much that. It's just you drive to a place and you turn in a quest and then you're off again to doing God only knows what, and then you find a thing and then you go turn the quest in again or whatever after it kind of tells you that, hey, this person, you can go talk to them again. They have more stuff to say to you.
I also don't understand why, if I am curious about, like, I understand unlocking endings, but like at a certain point, quality of life is like, if I am curious, like, when does this fucking end? Like, when does this game fucking end? I don't know why there's not some sort of like, hey, do you want to just see the story and then you can keep doing the dumb shit? You know?
It's this one's, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of just
I'm talking more in general. I'm saying sure. if you this problem of not knowing what's happening in the game, and like, because I've been thinking about this with Death Stranding too. Like, I am going to play it, but I'm going to watch fucking the playthrough first. Like, I want all the spoilers first, because that's how I'm doing Kojima. Like, that's how I will do Kojima forever from now on, because otherwise, I've said this on the old show, like, otherwise, I'm really curious about these story beats, and this is going to be crazy, but like, this game loop is also its own insane thing I'm really into. And I don't necessarily think with Kojima that those jive. I think he has two skills that he manages to get people to watch. Like, I feel like Kojima is a really cool video game filmmaker.
Oh my God. Dude,
and then he makes cool game loops. I don't think they fit well together.
Death Stranding to me is the epitome of gameplay fitting with narrative.
Oh, but that's exactly what I'm saying, is that I would love if Kojima made a game where he was like, I cannot use any cutscenes for this really long game. You know, I know he's done it in shorter form, but like, his video game storytelling is incredible. And he's also, objectively, from a Bachelor of Fine Arts in film and television, he is an incredible filmmaker. And so it's, for me, frustrating to be like, he gets people to play these amazing games and then tricks them into watching these amazing movies. And like, but they're sort of separate in terms of like, in my opinion, in terms of like, understanding the world. Like, and I just want all the spoilers from the cutscenes, from the picked up lore that I would need to get to understand them. I'm going to dump all of that and then go through these game loops, because I'm too curious about the movies that I want to get to. And I'm also like really into the game loop. And that's what I was thinking about when Justin was saying like, oh, I don't know, how far I am or whatever, like in the game, it's like, I often feel that. I really feel like I feel that a lot. And I get frustrated by it even when I'm enjoying myself. It's like, and it's like with a book, if I can't see, like I don't like on the Kindles when you like, if you don't have that button right away to like see how many pages it's out of, like if you ever use a Kindle, like I like to be able to see how much of the book I have left. And so
I feel like especially these days, like I know y'all aren't into trophies and achievements as I am, but I think that is one of the best metrics that you can usually use for a video game.
Yeah.
Usually, but especially for like a smaller title, someone could have made like a 20-hour game pretty easily, and they probably don't have time to like in-depthly make these chapter break trophies, fit. And that's a long time to not know when it's fucking ending. Is this 2 hours or 20?
Yeah, I mean, how long to beat is right there. Also,
yeah, that's honestly that's a metric I use a lot of the time.
But I guess this must be the difference between like a big difference between us in terms of like enjoying technology. Like, when do I'm pulling my phone out like while I'm playing a game? I might buy the computer while I'm playing the game. Is that how you guys do it?
I just pull. Yeah, you just my phone is always right there. I always just go, if I start to feel like, okay, how much longer do I have in this? I will look up how long to beat or whatever and see sometimes.
I will usually look that up like when I'm interested in playing a game, because I'm usually kind of trying to plan things out as far as, okay, Promise Mascot Agency was ostensibly a shorter game, but I spent longer in it because I got the platinum. I did everything in that game because I couldn't stop.
Yeah, usually they have the 3 different metrics or whatever too.
They do.
Yeah.
And so usually like if I'm interested in playing a game, but I'm not sure where I can fit it as far, because usually I want to have like a big game and then maybe like another smaller game, and I kind of like to alternate between depending on how much time I have or what mood I'm in. And so I'll be like, okay, this one I'm interested in. I'll go check before I even start, or like after the first session. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's like about a 12-hour game. Okay, cool. We'll fit that in. We'll play through that one now, right? I'm usually not doing it in the middle of me playing, because again, then once I'm like far enough into a game, I'm usually pretty good about being able to suss out just like from story beats, but also usually trophies will then like kind of get me the rest of the way there, where it's like, okay, like a Dragon games are perfect examples, because they're always like, it's every other chapter is an achievement. So I'll see like, okay, here's like all the hidden achievements, and then here's the one for beating the game. So then I kind of know like those are all of the ones like as far as like chapter related. So I'm like, okay, like I'm right about like 70% like through like the story. I can always tell that with their games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
I wish there was. I wish it was a little bit. If my phone is out when I'm playing a game, I'm tense. If I have to look something up, if I have to look at something, I'm tense. And I just wish it was a little bit easier to know. Like, I wish you could just fucking see the whole. I mean, I guess you could just go on Twitch. I want it to be a part of the game, though. I want games to be more. Even if I'm watching it on the thing, that seems better than watching it on the screen.
It's almost an impossible thing to do, though.
Yeah,
to say exactly, because it's not like a movie where it's like, we have filmed up to this point and that is all we did and that is all there is to watch, right? Like, because with a game you can sit there for hours. You could do some dumb shit for 3 hours and add 3 hours on to that.
Is it actually impossible, or are they just not fucking doing it? Like, I know those QC dudes are logging their hours.
It kind of
tasks.
is impossible, because you don't know what somebody's going to do on the other end of the controller, Mike.
If you have a QC department, they are logging how often they are logging their time. That time is like, their gameplay is probably recorded. Like,
sure.
Can't we have some average? If a QC person has played that level like 100 times, surely we can derive some metric for how.
I feel like that's almost the worst way to do it, because they're going to be so good at the game at that point that they're just flying through shit.
Yeah.
But it's a start. It's a start to somehow.
So how would you want to display that in a game, though?
with a number or something. I don't know. I look it up. I press a
do
button.
you want like a play time on the bottom? Like you have this many minutes left, like it's a timer that ticks down, or what are you asking for here?
I don't know. Some mode.
I don't know either. That's why I'm asking. You're demanding these things.
I am demanding them. That we agree on. I'm demanding them. But you maybe I click a little button. I go into the menus, go over settings, gameplay. I'm almost there. Inverted, no. Reverted, no. Diverted, no. Vibration on. Okay. Hour count. View hour count for level per game.
Now that's something that I wish video games did more often, is tell you how long you have played.
That I'll agree with.
Like,
yes.
Because there's even RPGs that come out these days where it's like, how long have I been playing this RPG?
Yeah.
We don't know. Fuck you. And it's like,
yeah,
that used to be like, back in like the Game Fellas days, it'd be like, oh, how many hours are you in?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm like this many hours. Like, okay, yeah, you kind of have a general idea, because they were also more linear games. So it's like you kind of have a general idea of where they were story wise. Blah, blah,
Justin,
blah.
I got a language between us that I can use.
Sure.
You go to Skyrim,
okay.
Quest comes up, marker point on the map. You can choose which marker point you're choosing. Fucking, you click into it. If you click one more level, it says like QC average beat time blank.
Okay, so you want an average beat,
whatever it is. And
average playtime per mission. Maybe you want an average playtime per mission.
Yeah, maybe that doesn't link up with me, but we have a metric. We have a metric.
So the reason they would never do that is because if somebody was having a rough time playing it and suddenly they have an average on the bottom of the screen, then it makes them feel like shit when they go over it. So they'd never do it in a bigger game. Like there's no way they'd do it. The best you could hope for is like if it's a like time to beat game, like then they'll put it up there, because that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to beat the time.
Yeah.
But like on a game like that,
they do something like that on the PS5, but the game has to support it. Where like you will see like, it'll say like your current activity. It's like, okay, I'm in this mission, and it'll say like, oh, this is a 2+. You have 2+. It never goes more than 2+ hours. Like that's the maximum. But it'll let you know that like.
Oh yeah, I bet there is like if you could average it like using like everyone, if you could take the data of everybody playing the game or whatever and go, this is the average time of how much it usually takes for people to beat the game, just in case you wanted to know. Yeah. That I could get.
Along with like word count, if you're in like a Telltale style game thing, like or any sort of cutscene based thing, like you could start to get an idea. I have a frustration with the world of tech having so little data available and so little data driven things actually available to us as the public.
Word count would be tricky though. Like would you want like also a thing on the corner of the screen that's like we have this many words in this game, you have read this many of them?
Yeah. That's
okay,
sure. When you read a book if you read a PDF of a book, or if you read on a Kindle or a Nook, it shows that, like it shows how much you have left. It's an interesting thing to try to solve. You'd have to pull, because it's video games, you have to pull in lots of different metrics, but it's just weird that no one's even like trying to make me have a sense of how much I have left,
I mean, again, I think that there are things out there, but it depends on if they're
bullshit.
supporting
it's
it.
Based on some asshole playing it and being like, yeah, about 15 minutes. Like, I don't care.
No, I would like to finish my statement.
No,
Mike.
I wanted to make
on
a
the PlayStation 5.
First.
If the game supports it, they also have a percentage completion with your hour count. That the hour count is never like super accurate.
Yeah,
but a lot of times the percentage is very accurate. So like Elden Ring is one of the best ones that I've seen on the PS5, where, because I've played through that game all the way through twice. Like I've played through the entire story twice. And it's like when it said I was like 90% through the story, I was like, God damn, yeah, I'm like right there. And then the second time, like when I started my new game and I started over, and then I was like, oh, you're like 20%. And then as it kept going up, I was like, that's right where I'm at. It was kind of crazy. Like it 100%ed right when I beat the Elden Beast, and I was like, God damn, that's pretty impressive.
Right.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
again, the game has to support
the
it.
stuff exists out there. There's a shitty version of that on Xbox that's not great, but like the PlayStation, that sounds really cool. But anyway, I'm just saying, I want more data. I want more things. I want more stuff pulled in so I can understand it. You know?
Okay. Anyway,
Mike starts a game and he's like, God, when is this over?
Sometimes, you ever read a book
sometimes.
like that, man? Sometimes it's like,
No.
when is this done? I've started movies like that. I'm like, when is it over? I already want to have
Yeah.
the accomplishment of having done it.
sometimes
Typically, when I'm feeling that, I then stop engaging with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
That
that's
sounds
usually
really
That's
healthy.
usually it. Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds like a great thing to do. I like that for you.
Promise Mascot Agency. It's fine. It's a decent game. It's fine. I don't hate it. I like it enough that I'm probably gonna finish it. The other final.
I got the platinum last night. I couldn't stop.
Yeah.
It looks awesome. It looks beautiful.
The writing and stuff isn't super doing much for me, but it's fine. It's fun enough. It's not terrible. I don't think any of the characters are bad, but they don't do much for me.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I was that game had me laughing out loud.
Yeah.
And like I actually got emotional towards the end on it.
I think I have a feeling you like a certain trope of character that I've never found very entertaining. And that's kind of like what Pinky is. And I'm like, yeah, I've never really gotten into characters like this.
Which is
like
what,
kind
yeah.
of like it's a really cute character, but they have this weird murderous side to them.
I do like that.
that as well.
I've never gotten into that.
Not an Invader Zim fan.
No, because there's also like Nui and Yui who are like the
they do it a lot in this game. A lot.
They do it a lot,
Yeah.
Because when I was thinking about Nui, who is like the murderous one,
Right.
She's like a schoolgirl that she like both of her legs are missing, and she has like the cool like spring form legs. And I was thinking like, oh yeah, because like I really loved like Gogo Yabari in Kill Bill and like Hit Girl on Kick Ass,
Right.
like the character that it like seems like unassuming and you would never think anything of them, and they're just like a fucking like stone cold killer.
I think Go-Go is cool because but it works in that context, in the movie context, because like it's very short. Like it's kind of it's a cool way to set up a fight, you know, but like when you're spending more time with that, it's kind of, I don't know, I just kind of go, okay, this is a little one note.
But like I liked, Shiori, that like the way that she just like starts like telling off Michi, and it gets with the like the heavy metal music and stuff like that, and
it's a lot of cute bits. No, it is.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Like I said, it's nothing terrible or anything like that.
I like how the teacher, because she's from the UK, and they definitely got a woman who speaks English as her first language to and speak in Japanese.
Have to say I respect that because you can tell. Yeah. The other thing that I thought I would like more about that game is I don't find the card game very good at all. I just think it's a bad kind of it's not bad. It's just very, very simple. I was kind of like, oh, that's it, huh?
It gets more complicated towards the end of the game, but I agree. They could have fleshed it out more.
I've gotten some that were a little harder, and I was like, oh, okay, there's a little bit to it, but at the same time, it's kind of like, yeah, but it's still just kind of blah. I guess I was hoping for more on that.
Yeah. And I think for me, because I do really like the dumb scenarios that the mascots get themselves into.
That stuff is fun. That got me laughing a couple times.
Like the very first one I had was, Tofu the mascot versus an ordinary door.
Ordinary door, yeah.
And I was like, that's great.
That's good.
But at a certain point, I wish that once you've resolved the issue, I could just like skip the rest of the shit.
Yes, because once you've done that before, it starts to repeat. Yeah, and I've already had that happen more than once, and I'm just kind of like, can you just take me to the card game, and that'd be great. I'd be fine with that. But okay, yeah.
But I will say, I think you're right on the cusp based on kind of what you've been saying.
Yeah,
it's your mascots start to get proficient enough to where you're not seeing the help requests nearly as often.
No.
Once I had like 20 mascots and they were all out on jobs, it would be like, yeah, okay, like maybe like 2 of them I have to help out, and most of them are actually resolving the stuff on
pretty
their
much.
own.
Yeah. The only thing I wish it would do a little bit more is I don't know how much it helps or anything. And it might just be the way I've set it up too, but like I kind of get annoyed that in order to advance their like life happiness thing, they have to be off work, because that has been very inconvenient for me. Because I'm just like, oh, I okay, because I'm constantly doing the game is encouraging you, no, keep doing this as much as you can. This is how you earn money, and you have to do this within this time period and all this stuff. I'm like,
but
okay,
everybody's out on the job.
But everybody's on a job, and I'm
yeah.
like, but like, I have stuff at this place that I need to do and talk to these people about their lives or whatever, and I can't do it because they're on a job. So I'm just like, okay, well, I guess I'll come back. And then I get back and I'm like, well, they're all out on a job again. This is backfiring hard.
At certain points, I had to tell myself, okay, let everybody come back.
Yeah.
And then let's go and talk to everybody.
I've already kind of been starting to set that up a little bit. I'm like, I'm going to give myself a little cushion here, and then I'll do that and do that.
One of my favorite parts, though, is just seeing the town transform. I really enjoyed that part of it. Because it's a ghost town and just like run down when you first get there. And they do the persona thing where they represent people as just like these silhouettes.
Right.
And when you start the game, like there's hardly anybody around ever. And
like I said before, aesthetically, a lot of it reminds me of Persona. I don't know what it is. Just the way, like the way some characters walk, and like they film, or not film there, but like frame the talking and all that stuff. I'm like, this just reminds me of Persona a lot.
Yeah. And then as you start to like rejuvenate the town and everything, it gets significantly prettier, but also you can tell there's way more people around, and there's even more traffic on the road. Like there's a lot more vehicles and stuff like that. You really feel like you make a difference in that town, which is kind of what I always wanted from like a GTA game, right? To feel like you really like made a mark on the place.
I've never heard anyone say that. That's fascinating. So what, you want like crime-ridden LA to be like solved?
No, I want to take over crime-ridden LA.
Okay.
San Andreas is the closest that gets me to where I want a GTA game to be, but they abandon it like a third of the way through the game, with like all of the gang warfare stuff. But then, and I think it's part of the story is that you're supposed to basically like get too big for it, and you don't care anymore. Right. But I'm like, but what if it was just this though? Like that.
Yeah, that's fascinating. That's a valid complaint. Yeah, you're totally right. Like it's a sim to a certain extent. It's a town sim to a certain extent. Why can't it change to fit me? And you said GTA 3 or San Andreas? Which did you say you got the closest to?
San Andreas.
Yeah,
San Andreas.
They were totally going that direction. You're right. Wow, I never thought of that. That does suck. Yeah, why don't you have that?
And you know, this game, because obviously it's a modern day game, but I keep wanting to have like the real classic dirty Yakuza sim, like that the Like a Dragon games have never done. Like, let me run some fucking drugs and let me like murder some fucking people. Like let's get dirty and you know let's start a crime empire. Right. And none of these games ever do it. Like you always have to be like, oh, but you know, you're actually like kind of, you got a heart of gold and blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, but what if I was just a piece of shit?
Yeah, there's no like I'm a drug dealer the video game.
There are. I mean, there is the like GTA Chinatown Wars on the
no,
DS.
But I'm saying exactly what you're saying. Like, here is your town. Start running drugs. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? Not like how much drugs can you run? You know?
Yeah.
Organize your gangs and just sell drugs. That game is still.
And I think that
game is still out there. It's for someone to make.
I think there's a decent amount of like indie PC games that have that, right? Like Schedule 1,
yeah,
that came out this year. That was kind of a popular one.
That was very popular. That was more of an online thing, though. Like you played multiplayer on that. That was your.
Oh,
gang.
really?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I watched like Nextlander play that. It was fun to watch for sure. Yeah, like they had their little like street, not really a street gang, but like just little drug dealer guys running around selling drugs and doing shit. So yeah.
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 Anyway,
Anyway,
Not mascots.
Promise Mascot Agency, pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it, but I don't think I like it as much as Julian. But I would still recommend it to people. It's a decent little game for what it is.
Yeah. And then I'll just piggyback off of that real quick and say that also last night I finished and got the platinum for Last Time I Saw You.
Nice.
Which I think is very much worth playing, Justin. And for people who've listened to the show since the beginning and, heard us recommend Space for the Unbound and Until Then, it is in that wheelhouse. I don't think it is as satisfying a story as those games, but it still has its moments.
Sure.
And I think it's a gorgeous looking game.
Yeah.
And it does have it has its moments, and I really enjoyed it. I got the platinum because I just, by nature of enjoying the game, ended up doing everything that you could do that was missable, just because I wanted to see everything.
Right.
And then it was like, after I rolled credits, I was like, oh, I just have to go play this game.
Right.
And do good on it. And then that got me the platinum. So I do recommend it. If you're expecting Until Then, kind of taper your expectations a little bit, because it doesn't reach those highs.
Gotcha.
But I was really glad that I was happy that I played it. I would recommend it. It's not something where I was like, oh man, like that was really disappointing.
Right.
It just I kind of expected it to hit me in the feels a little bit harder than it did, but it was still really good.
Cool.
Let me piggyback off of rolling credits, because I rolled credits since the last time we talked. On Final Fantasy 15.
Okay.
I unless I missed something, Julian, like that's one of the best RPG story endings I've ever played. I cried. It's incredible. It was incredible Final Fantasy. I'm not getting what don't you like about the ending of how they resolve the things with the Empire?
Okay. Hold on. Before we go down this road,
I don't want to go down this road.
I don't either, but if we're going to, I need a cigarette. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm sorry.
Let's go.
Because I'm gonna sit it out, but like
everybody go get a cigarette. Let's all come back after our cigarettes and talk about this. Again, it sounds like I'm drama dropping. Listen, it's the game I played and you two nerds are crazy about it. So let's all I've been excited to talk to you.
I don't crazy about
crazy
it at all.
about them Final Fantasies.
I don't really care about
Final
this particular
Fantasy?
One at all. Yeah.
I have been coming to the realization over the last few years that I may not be crazy about Final Fantasy anymore.
Yeah.
Every time I play a game and I think my friends want to talk to me about it, they don't. I played Mass Effect. I played all three of those games, and we barely talked.
We spent so long talking to you about Mass
Your
Effect.
favorite games. I want to talk even longer. I was not finished. None of my friends want to talk to me about video games. Everybody can go get a cigarette because it's so stressful. I thought you guys liked this game. We'll be back after all of our cigarettes.
After these commercial messages.
After these cigarettes.
After these cigarettes, yes.
Well, now that they're gone, we can really wrap. Except I don't actually know if they're gone because Mike doesn't have his camera on tonight. So he could actually be sitting there right now and I would have no idea. Like the only way that I would possibly know is if he like starts to snicker at this and I see it on the waveform. But even then I wouldn't put it past him to just mute his fucking ass to just like let this bit roll. Yeah. That's where we're at. I don't want to talk about Final Fantasy 15 again. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, God. I am going to play it again one day. I'm going to play them all again at a certain, like in order. I'm still on Final Fantasy 4, but the plan is to go through all of the offline games, mainline offline games. I'm not going to play the direct sequels and spin-offs, but Well, I might replay Final Fantasy X too, because that's one of my favorite battle systems, if not my favorite battle system in the whole series. But Final Fantasy 15 is just we're just going to retread all the same shit, aren't we? We're just going to retread all the same shit. And the kids laugh, and the parents laugh, and the dog laughs, and I die a little inside. Cool. Let's look forward to that. I'm going to look at Discord, because that's what I do when I'm bored. Someone added me. Added me. They didn't add me. No one adds me to shit. See, and now I actually believe that he is there, and he's just waiting for me to crack. I wouldn't put it past him. That's the type of shenanigans that one Mike Fallick gets up to.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
So, Justin, remember I was telling you I only smoke when I get really stressed?
Are you asking Justin?
Oh, he's not there. Well, this is uninteresting to you. So now we can really rap.
I already did that bit.
Oh, man. Do the people want to hear me chew a fruit by the foot?
Probably.
How do you take your fruit by the foot, Julian?
I've never had one.
How about your fruit roll-ups?
Oh, I couldn't even say I haven't had one since I was a child.
They're a great snack to have. My new thing, because what I'm eating is actually a fruit roll-up. I take my fruit roll-up, I undo it, I roll it back up like a little cigar. And I make like a sort of thick, chewable bit.
Mm-hmm.
My new thing, take a fruit roll-up, get yourself some grapes, 4 to 5, depending on your size of grape. Roll it up in the fruit roll-up, bite. It's the best food you'll ever eat.
Oh, so it's like fruit roll-up with a natural gushers inside.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. And you can put some cheese in there. You can put some pretzels in there with it.
You lost me.
Why?
Cheese. No, absolutely
You
not.
don't eat cheese?
Not in that configuration.
What do you mean? What's the configuration?
I don't like the cheese with the sweet.
What? You never had cheese and fruit?
Oh, I don't fuck with fruit hardly ever.
Oh, man. You're missing out. I mean, probably not, but that is a food you can eat. Don't you want to eat all the foods?
No, I really don't, actually.
Yeah. I was thinking about your food pill thing. Obviously very attractive to weirdos like us. The thing that I could do like a meal plan. I could actually do it where it's like, oh, I couldn't eat the same thing every day. I could. What it really comes down to is the snacks. That's where I'd have the problem.
Right.
Because you just do get a craving sometimes for Tostitos and ketchup. There's not much you can do about that. That craving exists within me.
Not me.
I'm just trying to do all my
I just wish
weird
we had like
ones.
lembas bread. Like, just take a bite of this piece of bread and you're like, oh, you're good for like 3 days.
I have yet to see the deleted scene about the lembas bread. From the movies? Have you?
No, I haven't seen any of the deleted scenes.
At some point, Samwise makes a very long, impassioned speech about how lembas bread works.
Oh, really?
And it's completely cut from the movies.
Mm.
It's almost as good as we'll wait for Justin. He's pissing around with something back there. I saw him for a second. I was gonna say it's very similar to the cup of noodle speech in Final Fantasy 15.
You're talking so softly that I cannot parse what you're saying.
It's kind of like, I'm too soft for you. How about this one? It's the lembas bread speech is equivalent to the cup of noodle speech in Final Fantasy 15.
Oh, so the worst thing that they possibly could have done to the movie.
Do we start this? Do we
glad it's
start this before he gets on? What's more respectful? It's his show. I mean, I wanted to wait.
I say we wait until he gets
Okay,
back.
that's fine.
Did you see the one thing that I saw? I wouldn't count it. It's obviously not a deleted scene, but it is like a prank. I only saw it the one time. But when Hugo Weaving dressed as Agent Smith and comes into Aragorn's tent,
I have
in full character as Agent Smith.
That's fucking incredible. I've not seen that.
Yeah, it's like he's like Mr. Aragorn or something, like he does the whole bit. I forget which movie it is. Maybe it's Two Towers where he visits Aragorn in his tent.
Yes.
Yeah, so it would be that one. And
No. That's
or is it
Return of the King, because he comes to him and he's like, "You gotta go listen, I know a guy with a sword."
Right.
Yeah, you gotta go
and
get
so
the sword.
he has the cloak over him and everything, and he pulls the hood back, and he's got the shades and the suit and everything.
Incredible. I've only seen where they do Now Is the Age of the Queen, where they're in makeup and like they're in like almost drag makeup, and they do like the whole knighting ceremony and whatever, but it's like sort of drag coded. It's fun.
Yeah, nice little callback to Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
I don't know it. What is that?
Oh, that was one of Hugo Weaving's big indie films before he hit it big.
Before he was Agent Smith. Did you see the new Matrixes? The new Matrix 4?
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but I only watched it one time. Like, it wasn't one that I felt compelled to like rewatch. I mean, I will eventually, but it wasn't like the other three where I was like, oh, I got to see that again.
Yeah,
right
it was good though.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was pretty interesting, like some of the stuff that they went with.
Okay, so you saw Fantastic Four though, right?
Yeah, twice.
I thought that the Mrs. Fantastic was a wet blanket, but apparently she is in all of the Mission Impossibles. That's where she comes from.
Oh, I haven't watched any of the modern Mission Impossibles. I've only seen the first three.
I've seen none of them. So it's like, apparently that she's not from nowhere. She's like, if you've been watching any Mission Impossible, it's basically her. She was in some of the ones that I had seen. Like, I think she's in 5. Like, that's how far back it goes.
I saw her in Hobbs and Shaw, which I thought was hilarious because she was supposed to be Hobbs's sister, and they flash back to them as kids, and you can tell that like the age gap is probably like 3 years or something like that, but she's definitely significantly younger than Jason Statham.
Man, Hobbs and Shaw exists. Isn't there 2 of those?
Just the one.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I would know. I would have been there day one for Hobbs and Shaw too.
What a weird world. What a weird world where Hobbs and Shaw exists. What a weird thing.
Okay, and we're back.
But we're not really back. We're sort of back in a different way.
We were back, and then we weren't back, and now we're back again, minus Justin.
Because it's like days later.
Yes, it's literal days later. This is actually the tail end of my editing session for this week's episode that we're recording this, because the discussion that Mike and I had about Final Fantasy 15 ended with me having a big old baby temper tantrum that got me so angry that I was not able to continue the episode.
It's sort of impressive, though, when you think about it. The heights to which our 3 of us conversations go. That if people must imagine that if we are all 3 of us, like, you must erase this recording of the bear eating your husband. Like, it must be. Imagine the levels that it got to. Yeah.
Well, and that's what I was going to follow up with, which is that there's going to be a portion of you out there who are like, oh man, I want to hear that.
Yeah,
that sounds fucking rad. It's like, no, you really don't.
That's why I'm here. That's why both of us are here saying it, is because no, you don't.
And I don't want you to hear it. I think, honestly, if you heard that, you would no longer want to listen to the show.
Oh, I don't know about that, but
no, real talk, because I've talked on this show and well, not this show so much as the previous show that I have a inherited temper that I get from my dad that I've spent, 2/3 of my life working on and keeping in check. And there's very few people who have actually seen me mask off angry because I tend to do it by myself on purpose. And like even John Gholson has not seen me mask off angry before. And now Justin and Mike have. They're like two of the only people that I know that I've known for a length of time that have actually seen me get truly angry now. And it's like I'm worried about next week. I'm like, man, Justin might not want to work with me anymore because like he's seen like the real me now. It's honestly, and I'm not trying to be funny. This is not me being glib.
No.
It literally is the Hulk scene from Age of Ultron where it's like, oh, everybody knows what the Hulk is now. Like that is what this devolved into. And so, no, you don't want to hear that. I don't want you to hear that.
No.
And I also like there would be this like really shitty like people taking sides and shit. And I don't want any of that.
No, and we're all on Julian's side. Everyone's on Julian's side here.
No one's on Julian's side.
Everyone
Julian's not on Julian's
this
side.
was our whole. Everyone is on Julian's side, and so yeah, it's just like it just was the thing. Was just like, is this entertaining for people, and are we comfortable with it? And we're all friends. There's no like conflict, but this is more fun for us to talk here and really deliver the important video game news, which is I could divert you for a second. Do you play Tetris? I always see these like $10 like pocket Tetris like little consoles, and I almost bought one while we've been out doing these errands. That's a bad idea, right? That's a stupid purchase.
I mean, it's fine. I played a shit ton of Game Boy Tetris, and I had my fill
out of that. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Nothing has hit as strongly for me as Game Boy Tetris, just presentationally and like the music and stuff like that. So I've dabbled in other versions of Tetris. I'm like, yeah, this is good. Like I can even acknowledge that this is a better version of what I played, but I like the Game Boy one better. And that's why I didn't buy that recent, they did that Tetris collection last year.
Yeah.
And it's like those collections are really awesome. They're like all archival and have like a bunch of like historical like videos and documents and stuff like that. But I was like, there's no Game Boy Tetris, so there's no sale. Like for me, like I don't care. And I don't think, and they didn't have NES Tetris either, which is my second favorite version. Not the Tengen NES one, but the Nintendo NES one.
2 points about this. Well, this was not meant to actually be video gamers. We're trying to get through this. One, I know that we get different social media ads. There's this like scammy social media ad of a Tetris that is like the tetrahedron comes down and then it turns into sand. Have you seen this?
No.
So it's very gimmicky and like shovelware kind of ads, but it's like, so you're doing Tetris, but then as it hits like the pile, it turns into sand. So that's the only Tetris I'm interested in now. But also, like, I was thinking about that Game Boy Tetris because I was like, I think that like I always come off as being good at playing video games on Stage Select, but like I really don't have endurance for old games. Like if I save scum just because it's like I can only play, super ghouls and ghosts for like 10 minutes before I get a headache. Like. But I feel like I have that old school endurance for Tetris. I feel like I could play Tetris for like 9 hours because of Game Boy Tetris. It's possibly the only old game I could do that with.
I think the highest I ever got was like level 7 or 8. My dad actually got, like, he was better at it than me. He actually got to like the top level of Tetris. That was like the only video game I ever saw him play.
Can I tell you, I have while we're exposing ourselves, I have a very sweet obsession with stories of you talking about your parents playing video games. I have this very like
there aren't any. That's the one.
Well, no, I literally I can tell this to you as something I have wanted to paint, but I've always wanted to ask you. I've always wanted to paint your mom playing solitaire, listening to what's Burt Bacharach.
That. I never really considered that a video game though. I mean, technically it is, but she could have very well just been playing card-based solitaire listening to Burt Bacharach, and it would have been, like
Yeah.
for her, it would have been the same thing. So
But
yeah, I
it's
guess that's the
this
one
evocative
thing that she
scene.
ever touched. Yeah. And then Tetris was the one thing my dad ever touched.
I'm obsessed with it. It's very evocative. It's very like the Nighthawk Cafe for me. It's very like Americana in this like very like sweet way. And I've always wanted to ask you if I could paint that, because it's just such a like we don't have to talk about it now, but like it is such an evocative. It's like a warm memory I keep of you in my head. Is this image of this woman playing solitaire on an old computer and listening to, because she would put the Burt Bacharach in the CD, which I also love, like the idea of somebody buying a computer for like the cool stuff. You know what I mean? Like you can play your music on it. Like that's very like
Yeah.
that's very cool to me, and like very like sweet and Americana. That's like, oh, I'll put my CD in and listen to it. So I always think about that.
Yeah. I really do believe that getting it for me for like school was only like 20% of the reasoning, and the others like 80% was it has a CD player in it.
Yeah. I mean, I for years wanted video game systems, and then one day I come home and there's like a PlayStation 3, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh well, with our credit card rewards, we got a Blu-ray player, and I was like, you got a place? Like, what are you talking? Like, what the fuck? What the actual shit? And like, then I'm like there at home, like I'm like, oh well, now I want to go get games. It's like, well, no, it's a Blu-ray player. Don't you want to watch movies? It's like, you just got a PlayStation 3. Like, what is wrong with you?
And
Like,
it was for a good number of years the best Blu-ray player that you could get.
it was incredible. But I also think that it was from people owning it and like from their use of it. I think it was the number one thing that shit out of, like, if you used it for a PS, the more you used the PS3 for the Blu-ray, it did feel like that was the more likely for the ones to just shit their pants. But I think I'm changing that from hearing your stories on it. I was about to say, because I don't think so, because I just think they shit themselves.
I think I've since learned that Sony Blu-ray players just in general are shit, because I had bought one for my mom that then I think after she died, I gave it to my friends in Colorado. It died. And so then I was like, oh, well, let me buy you another one. And so I bought them another Sony one. It died. And then they went to buy a new one to replace it. And he said, the only thing you can get is Sony. And they bought a third Sony Blu-ray player, and it died. So it's
great.
Even though they're the ones who created like Blu-ray, they're
literally their patent.
Yeah, they're very bad at making hardware that plays Blu-ray. So there you go. I myself, I play my movies on my Xbox.
You don't play your UHD DVD discs on there?
No, I never got one of those.
No, nobody did. I think I have one. And when I was moving once, I just literally was like trash, like threw it out like it was old socks.
Yeah.
Here's the other news we need to get to, because we teased it. Listen, there's weird stuff going on with Pizza Hut in the UK.
You had said you had pizza news.
There's weird stuff going on with Pizza Hut in the UK. I used to believe that American imperialism would go across the land and spread McDonald's and chicken nuggets all over the world. We're not even good at that anymore. The UK Pizza Hut is, I can only describe it as, like on Good Mythical Morning or any of those types of internet-y shows, they're like, we're going to make a homemade Hot Pocket. It's what if they made like, we're going to recreate a DiGiorno pizza, but homemade and from scratch. That's what it tastes like. It is not there's no pan pizzas on the menu. Let's start there. There's none. It's a very like soft crust. And again, as I showed in the Discord, there's a big French fry section. There's like 5 or 6 French fries available to eat from there. But it's not crispy at all. It's not, that greasiness of Pizza Hut pizza, like how it's like that. It's nothing like that. It's a very dry, kind of bready, like. Oh,
you're losing me.
I know, and we literally allowed ourselves like, oh, we need like some food. It's late at night, whatever. Let's like, we don't have to be culture or whatever. We're still here working. Let's get some Pizza Hut. And it was bizarre. It was like visiting the amusement park that's like not the right amusement park.
Right.
It was really weird. It was real, like, we have Pizza Hut at home, the Pizza Hut. It was odd. And so I don't know what to say. They're not even experiencing the same fast food as us.
Yeah. that's the thing. Like, I have no interest really in experiencing like our fast food chains if I ever went to another country. But there is that like morbid curiosity that would remain, right? Because it's like, but it's probably different, right? Like, you know, they've got different things on the menu and stuff like that. So there is like this weird like, but I kind of gotta, but I don't wanna.
Yeah, neither did we. And then you know, you're thinking like, oh, if there's a specialty menu item or whatever, but which we did get the French fries, but it was like, it was more out of convenience, you know, out of anything else you can order at the time. You know what I mean? And it was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck am I eating? It was shocking to, like, honestly, it was not for the faint of heart. It was really weird. I think we also got Burger King, and that was just Burger King. I think we just got like sodas and chicken nuggets. This was like, you know, on the run somewhere. Like, we were in a mall getting getting a converter. We actually, out of all the things we didn't get a phone charger. So we had to get a phone charger. But yeah, it was I can't describe to you how disturbed I was about this. To see such a different pizza. I mean, it's nothing like it.
You went in though, right? Like, did you dine in there?
No. That was the whole point. Was we were like doing shit. We're like, okay, just get like a whatever bullshit pizza. Like, it's like nothing, you know, because you're not new to their apps. So it's like, this is like basically free.
Right.
So just send it over. And it was out of this world. To be from America and know what a pizza is, and then to see it there is like, it shows our power. I felt our power waning. I felt. Remember at the end of the bigoted created Harry Potter series where like Voldemort is doing that thing with his wand and like he like limply is holding it and it like flips out of his hand. That's how it felt. It felt like we tried to transmit this powerful spell of Pizza Hut across the pond, and like what came out was this like floppy bready thing.
Right. I always say that if I could go back in time, I would go back to 1993 specifically, and I would go to the Pizza Hut down the street from our duplex, which was also across the street from my middle school, and I would go to the Bobcat Lounge, which was named after our mascot, and I would sit down in the Bobcat Lounge and order a pizza and have like 1993 Pizza Hut pizza,
yes.
And then go into the arcade at that Pizza Hut and play Golden Axe on and try to clear it in 1 quarter like I used to when I was a teenager.
Yeah, exactly. For $6, that whole experience is at most.
Right.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh my God, that's my time travel destination for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Did they redid a Golden Axe recently, didn't they?
They are redoing one.
They were doing one.
Yeah, so that new Shinobi game just came out this week as we're recording,
right? Yeah,
which is like the first of those announced Sega revitalization of older franchises. So Golden Axe is on the horizon, and there's also that Jet Grind Radio or Jet Set Radio, whichever name you want to use, and Crazy Taxi, and then there's more that they say that they have not announced. So I've got my fingers crossed for an actual Phantasy Star 5 and not a sequel to Phantasy Star Online, but an actual single player Phantasy Star for the first time in 30 years.
It'll be good to see Shinobi as something other than the game we buy that we are pretty certain we don't have in our collection for Genesis, and then buy another one accident. I think I have like 5 Shinobis, honestly. I have so many Shinobis. I'm always like, I could use it. It's always like, you buy 3 games, get 1 free. And it's like, oh, I don't think I have Shinobi. Come home, like just fucking using them as coasters. Like, it's ridiculous. There's so many Shinobis and so many Sonic 2s.
Right.
That I could just throw them at the wall if I wanted to when I got angry. Well, anyway, that's that. I do, because it's days later, though, have more fun news that's different for the closing segment here.
Yeah, I have something too, actually.
Because I am going back to Scotland.
Oh, really?
I have been invited to Dundee Fringe, which is a different Fringe festival in Scotland, and I'm going there and performing 2 shows.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's the fun news I have. So if you're in Scotland,
you talked Mad Yang against the United States, and you were like, I want to go back to Scotland, and you got your wish.
Yeah. Oh, it's how I made friends over there.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Spoke Mad Gang. So this is good news. If you're in Scotland, come see me September 20th and 21st.
Oh, geez, that's
Dundee.
soon, huh?
Yeah, I'm like literally leaving. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I've been doing today, like because we're doing this over phone. I'm sure I'm gonna fucking sound better than I am with my nice mic. Again, it makes us look like idiots. But
well, and now that you have like contacts and stuff there, it should make like traveling a little easier because like you can be like, hey, like because like I was talking to a friend of the show, John Gholson, last night, and his two movies are actually playing the same film festival in LI. I think late, like coming up soon. And he was like, yeah, I think that I can probably like couch surf a little bit if I can make it out there because he has enough contacts in Los Angeles that he can probably make that happen. But they're also playing at a film festival in Barcelona, which obviously that's out of reach. But he was really, he was really stoked to hear that they're also both going to be running at a film fest here.
There is a vibrant. He might want to go to. If you talk to John, I have to say, or maybe we don't. But there's a vibrant English comedy scene in Barcelona, and I actually met a bunch of comics at Edinburgh who that's what they do. They are the English speaking comics in Barcelona, and there's a whole community of them. And like so big is the stand up scene in Barcelona that like they were saying that it's so sustainable that the Spanish speaking guys that even speak English, the Spanish speaking comics, they don't cross over to the English because there is such a sustainable like expat and just native Spanish stand-up scene in Barcelona. So it might be worth the trip, honestly, because it seems like a really cool comedy haven for English speaking people.
Right.
Yeah.
And on that note, the reason I saw friend of the show John Gholson last night is because I went to go see him in his play We Need to Do Something. Which I have to say, first off, it was nice to see a glimmer of old Austin at this place. It's called the Bottle Alley Theater. It's in an alley in East Austin, and the venue, like I think it probably holds 50, maybe 60 people. And it's just in a like not even a warehouse. It's like in a garage, like cool. in like I think it's like a converted garage that used to be like, for like car repair and shit like that.
Hell yeah.
So it's very old, weird Austin with like, people have like paintings in the parking lot and stuff like that. Like, it doesn't feel tainted by like, the influx of California that has,
right.
literally like transformed the city over the last like 20 years. And it's a one-room play. It all takes place in a bathroom. It's this family kind of taking refuge during a tornado warning, and it's based on a book and a movie.
Cool.
And it's a horror production. So I realized that I'd never actually seen a play as an adult. For one, unless you want to count
or a play done
musicals.
by adults as well.
No.
Okay.
Like there was like a couple times that we did like field trips to go see plays when I was in school. They were put on by, actual like production companies and stuff like that.
I didn't know if maybe your sense of theater was based on this island as done by Mrs. Jonas's 6th grade class.
No. So that's one thing is like I hadn't seen like a play as an adult, but also I had never even thought of the idea of a horror play. Normally I'm thinking of hard dramas or like musicals, right? Or maybe a comedy, and more often a play version of a movie because that's where we're at as a culture. But this, and I guess technically this is too. Not I'm not trying to be too snarky,
but it's more real.
So it's all in this one room and like super intimate. I was probably like 10 feet away from the bathtub in the set.
Cool.
So very, very intimate. And John, I mean, I know that I already knew he was a great actor, but he blew the roof off that place. Like he plays just an unmitigated piece of shit. And that I'm not going to say much about the story or anything like that. It goes places, and it goes places that I was not expecting. Like the end of the first act before they go into intermission was like, okay. and then lights go black, and it's like intermission time, and it's like I need that 15 minutes to process what just happened. So that I'm glad that happened. But afterwards, I was like, "You okay?" And he's like, "I need a hug." And he's like, "I found that every time we wrap up, like I just need like to be touchy feely because it's such an intense, angry character, and like just irredeemable. Like everything, like from the moment he starts talking, it's like, oh, you're the worst person in this setup, and it just ramps up from there. Like he just gets worse and worse and angrier, and until the end. And it's incredibly violent and incredibly visceral and done really well in the play form, where I actually asked him if he had any hand in helping with the way that the violence was portrayed, because it's very wrestling, where they would do like stomps and stuff like that to add impact and sound to the hits like you would do in a ring. And it worked really well for that very small setting. It made every hit just that much more impactful. And then when the blood starts flying, it's like it was kind of magical. I told him, I was like, I never even saw like where you guys would like set up the gimmicks. And I watch a lot of independent wrestling, so I'm used to looking for the setup of the gimmicks. Yeah. And I never saw it there. I was like, man, it was excellent. So yeah.
That's awesome. And what's it? Can people see it? Or is it still?
It's running all month, every weekend in Austin. It's called We Need to Do Something. But like I said, there's also a film version, which I now definitely want to check out. I watched the trailer for it today. Version.
Obviously, our interest is John.
Well, yeah, but I mean, very few of you are probably in the Austin area, let alone the Texas area, to go see it.
Yeah, but I guess you could see the film. That's still culture. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just not a book.
But good news.
None of you should read.
Is that when his next movie, Man Finds Tape, comes to theaters, so it's going to get a limited theater run, but it's going to be day and date for rental and purchase digitally.
Oh,
so
hell yeah.
even if you can't catch it in the theater near you, you can watch it right away at home.
Well, everybody's going to go see it in theaters. I would hope that they would go see it in theaters.
I mean, if they can, but like I said, it's going to be a very limited run. So I'm not even sure if I'll be able to go see it in the theater.
Well, I think that's a can't attitude. We need to have a can-do attitude here.
How long have you listened to me?
I know. My ass is not going in the theater. I don't do any. I sit in a room and edit all day. I have a
never do attitude.
But that's how you market. Is you got to be like, well, we're all going to be out there. We all have lives. We're all pretending to have lives. I can't just sit here and be like, I'll probably barely walk away from a stop motion set and like be annoyed that we can't go see it and then order it on Amazon or whatever. Yeah, right. And I said Amazon. Where else can I get things? I don't like him either. But that's where things come out. Okay, people, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
The only other piece of trivia I have for you that I don't want to forget is Dundee. I want to represent this. Is the origin, while we're talking about Austin and things being Austin, is actually the origin of GTA. The first GTA was developed in Dundee, Scotland.
Oh, right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's a little bit of trivia for you and a little bit of video gaminess.
I think
to close out the show.
I think it gets lost very often that the GTA games are not American-made video games. Like, they never have been.
They're moving back there. They have an office in Edinburgh, and they're moving back to. They're opening. I don't know if they're moving the Edinburgh office, but I think they're opening additional offices in Dundee.
Cool.
For their new Roblox game, which I'm very excited for.
Roblox game.
It's a Roblox light, a roguelike. That's what the new GTA is. You're going to be able to release your own games in it, like Roblox. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's like Roblox. It's the Roblox model. I'm not joking. That's the real model.
I'm squinting.
No, I'm serious. The way you know how Roblox works, right?
Yeah. You tell the kids that you've got all the cool downloads, and then you get their ASL.
yeah.
And then you go from there.
You get their ASL. You find out what they're listening to. BRB, GTG. But like no, in Roblox you go places and like you can develop a game in Roblox and like you could go into an area and it's like, hey, if you pay like $1, you can play our kart racing game with other people, and that's how the new GTA is going to be. That you can develop for it inside GTA. Yeah, it's
I
like
guess that's going to
Roblox.
be. I guess like that's going to be their new like online model because like obviously like what they've shown is just like your typical.
Yeah. No, obviously
story.
it has nothing to do with the stories, but like Fortnite kind of has this as well, where you can like
Right,
do little
right.
events, and it's like it will probably be. They said it was like Roblox in a quote, but it will probably be more like Fortnite. I'm guessing because Roblox has nothing unless people develop these little games for it.
Right.
Versus,
Yeah,
I'm
so it sounds
sure
like
it's
more of
not
like an
gonna work that
expansion
way.
of GTA Online, or maybe that's their
Right.
solution. Because you know the big worry has been, what do you do about GTA Online when 6 comes out? Like, do you force everybody to upgrade to 6, or do you have two things running at the same time? And it sounds like the solution is you have GTA Online still as its own thing, and then you have this new custom content thing that's like the 6 exclusive shit. So that's
what it
interesting.
sounds like. But it's going to be like a whole under. So we could make a game for GTA 6. We could
Sure.
make our own game for GTA 6. We could make a game for Roblox too. Though that sounds fucking miserable.
It does. Yeah. No, I'm good.
I'm really good on Roblox.
I've never played Minecraft and I've never played Roblox, and I feel that I'm comfortable just continuing that trend.
I stand by the statement that I have said on this show before, which is that that we should arrange for a stage select crew Minecraft session. I think it would be funny. I stand by that, and I stand by us being I stand by us being the three of us being a good like any top down whatever MOBA team. I think that we would be the most entertaining MOBA team as well. I stand by these statements. I think if anything last night proves that I'm wrong and it would not be fun, but I still stand by it. I still would do it. For sure.
Don't put ideas in their heads.
I know Minecraft would be fun though. Minecraft is the opposite. It's like Minecraft for me is like, and then we should run, but Minecraft for me is like Sim City and stuff like that in The Sims, where it's like I am not playing it because I don't think it'll be fun. I'm not playing it because like, oh yeah, I could see sinking my whole life into that.
Yeah.
Like oh yeah, that's me now. Like The Sims, are you fucking kidding? That's me now. Like I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm cooked.
And for me, it's not that I don't think it would be good. It's the opposite, which is I need direction, and so it's like I'm not good at make your own fun type games. And Minecraft is basically the epitome of make your own fun. And so I'm gonna go and punch some trees, and then make a standing room only thing with a door to protect myself at night, and then be like, okay, that was my Minecraft experience.
Oh yeah, you had a lot of Minecraft watching through HoloLive, didn't you?
Yeah. And I think it's amazing what those girls do with honestly, it was really sad last year because they shut down the original HoloLive English servers and spun up a new one, and it was like you just got rid of like all of that history, because like what would happen is like a new group would be added, and then the older groups would take them on the tour of the server and be like, oh yeah, here's like so-and-so's house, and here's what this person built, and blah blah blah. And now it's like that's all gone, and now it's like the new shit, which obviously new stories have come from that, but there's not that continuity of history anymore. It's kind
Do you
of
know there's a word for that? This is a real phenomenon that has been talked about and theorized forever. That's called the digital dark age. And what that is that there's a theory, and I stand by this theory, that we will actually have less culture preserved right now because there's assumption that the culture is preserved, but it is not. It's temporary and easily removed.
Yeah.
So you if you take down Twitter tomorrow, that's it. Bye bye. Unless you made it into a Boblax video, and unless the Boblax video stays up, that's it. No more Twitter.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to you. You experienced your first digital dark age, where it's like that's just gone. I can't go explore that world anymore. It's just gone forever. You can go watch the videos so long as those stay up, which Twitch streams don't always stay up. So yeah, on that dour note.
Yeah, that's an episode. Thanks for listening. Thanks as always to the wonderful Megan McDuffie for providing our theme song and interstitial tracks. Thanks to friend of the show, John Gholson, for being our announcer and blowing the roof off of the Bottle Alley Theater. Thanks to Mike Fallick for being on the show twice this week. And always thanks to Justin for being the best co-host in the biz. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Stage Select. Bye.
Bye.
Whee! Why'd they make it so difficult to get in here? Gigi Mooding House, not anymore, baby. I'm breaking in. I'm glad that they kept the beautiful cat sign. Discord kitty cat. Alright, I'm fucking out of here. Never should have set foot in there.
Later.
What? Oh, Mori Calliope's on
Like,
too.
more Kalaya, so we can bug her. I wonder what she's built.
I see them flying
Boat
up.
goes binted. Knock, knock, knock.
Boat goes vintage. Knock, knock, knock.
Boat goes
Is this just the
binted.
new greeting? Get in here. Is this just the new greeting of EN in the new Minecraft server?
Yes.
Boat goes binted.
Boat goes binted.
I don't want to hurt you. Don't walk on blocks. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Ow.
Beeboo.
She hurt me.
Oh
I
my
got-
God,
I
she
got
hurt you.
the blood.
No.
I'm a superhero. Everyone depends on me.
Yes,
Course,
it's
yes. JJ,
your
stop
house.
hurting yourself.
Your house
Stop
is a hazard.
I'm working on it. It's not done yet.
Okay.
It's not done. Why?
Sorry
Oh
for
my.
yelling.
I mean,
Maury's stuff don't take. What happens if I take?
I get mad at you.
What happens if I
Okay.
take?
I get really mad.
What happens if
Okay.
I put stuff in it?
And then I'm happy.
What if it's my
Ah,
trash?
Here, I'm giving
I
you
don't
some
like that.
stuff.
Hey, no, not trash.
Have a jungle plank. Is this your
I took
stuff
my
too?
trash out. Yeah, it's on my wood for my house.
Oh,
You
here you,
said
can
it
have
makes you
this
happy.
too.
It's too late.
You can
No,
have
only
a
if it's good stuff.
carpet and a stick if you want. You can have some of this, some of that too.
Stop putting trash in my chest.
Okay, my bad, my bad, my bad.